Let's get a few of them and beat it out of them.
That's why you're here.
Shoot.
How'd you like to come along on a little expedition up to the cave country? You, me, the doctor, and Faulkner.
Faulkner? Now, listen, Cap, he's worse than the doctor.
Yes, but he knows more about the native culture than anybody here. He's the only one who's completely familiar with the records of the first expedition.
Okay, so it's me, you, the doc, and Faulkner. When do we start?
Tonight, in half an hour. We should reach the cave country by tomorrow. With luck, we'll be able to find natives before night. Benny Faulkner was the expedition anthropologist. One of the most unfortunate-looking individuals I've ever met. An ugly man with large ears and a big nose. His body was small and consumptive, but he had a good brain, and he was the best anthropologist the Interplanet Institute could recommend. He and Dr. Morgan were the only two civilians on the expedition. We set out, and after several hours hard walking...
Cap.
Now, what is it?
Don't look now, but very slowly turn your eyes to the right and look behind that big yellow rock.
Okay.
You see anything?
No?
Well, keep looking. Don't stop walking or let on.
Okay.
There.
Yes, it looked like a shadow or something.
It's one of them gimpos. He's been following us now for almost an hour, dodging in and out behind the rocks. Shall I bring him in?
No, not yet. Just pretend you don't see him. Tell the others, if they notice, to show no fear. There's nothing will start these simple-minded cavemen like fear. The manual said, "Under no circumstances shall a member of the patrol display fear before a native. The dignity of the Earthman must be preserved at all costs." Just before dawn, we reached the cave country. We were tired and hungry, and we stopped to cook some food and rest. Everything was quiet. There was no sign of the gimpo which had been trailing us until...
Okay, get in there, you sneaking little monkey man. Come on, before I break this shovel on your stern.
Yeah, what's the trouble?
Cap, I caught me one of these gimpos sneaking around outside the tent.
Bring him in the light of the fire. We can get a look at him. Faulkner?
Yes, sir?
Keep an eye on him. Try to establish some communication.
All right, get in there.
Hey, look out. No need to knock him down, Bat is.
Oh, that's the only language they understand.
See if you can reach him, Faulkner.
Okay, Captain. I'll need a drum of some sort.
A what?
Well, they have no language as we know it, and they have a very rudimentary sense of hearing. I find they communicate with one another through a very primitive kind of vibration of the tongue. The closest I can come is a series of drum beats, a sort of Morse code. The psychologist on the first expedition had it worked out before he was killed by the plague. I've studied his notes, and I think it'll work.
You mean these little critters can talk to one another?
I believe they can. At any rate, we'll have a chance to find out. Do we have something I can use for a drum?
Here, take my water bottle.
Thank you, Doctor. Now, I'll tap it 3 times. That's a greeting of some sort.
Just a moment.
Yes, sir?
I don't want you treating this fellow like an equal. Don't give him the idea that we're desperate. Once they sense that, you're lost.
I have to communicate with him, sir.
Well, just bear in mind what I said. Dignity.
Yes, sir. I'll do my best, sir.
It was a strange sight. On one side of the water bottle crouched little Benny Faulkner, looking for all the world like a human spider. Across from him crouched the Landrian, a humpbacked, gray little creature with an enormous head and those huge, soft lavender eyes. Every few moments, one would stop the strange tattoo of communication, and the other would take it up. I'm setting forth in this narrative the most vital part of their conversation, as Benny Faulkner later transcribed it from the best of his memory. Benny asked, "Why were your cities abandoned? Was it the plague?" The native said yes. Benny said, "Do you still fear the plague?" The native answered yes. "Do any of your people become afflicted?" The answer was some. "How do you treat them?" Silence. How can we find a cure for the plague? More silence. Then the native said, "Go among my people." Benny asked, "Will we find the answer among your people?" And the native replied, "My people have the answer." Benny said, "Will you tell me the answer?" The native repeated, "Go among my people." As far as the Landrian was concerned, the conversation was ended. He rose to go, and Faulkner stepped from his path, but Brady was there to ensure the bet.
Hold on there, bucko. You ain't going no place.
Don't maltreat him, Brady. What did he say, Benny?
He says his people have the answer.
What do you think?
There may be some truth in it. He says some of his people still get the plague.
That must mean it isn't a question of immunity. They must have a cure.
Well, he wasn't clear on that.
Then they must have a vaccine to keep it from spreading.
Does he know?
His answer is for us to go among his people.
Well, that leaves it up to us. The first level of caves is on top of that cliff about a mile ahead.
It's a trap. I'll bet my last dollar on it.
Well, maybe not. And we'll have to risk it.
Wait.
Well?
Let me go. I got you all into this.
But how will you talk?
Benny here can give me enough of the code so I can ask the big question.
You understand that they might just decide to cut your throat?
I'm fully aware of the risk.
All right, Doctor. You go ahead. We'll wait at the foot of the cliff. If you aren't back down in 3 hours, we'll come up after you.
What about the Gimpo here?
We'll hold him as a hostage to ensure the doctor's safety. If the doc comes back, all right, we'll let him go. If not, well, that's your job, Brady.
A pleasure.
It took Dr. Morgan about an hour to pick his way up the side of the cliff to the first of the openings where the Landrians lived. He waved to us before he entered the mouth of the cave, and we waved back. Then we settled down to wait. It was a long, long wait.
Eight o'clock. He's been up there more than 3 hours, Cap.
Well, we'll give him a little more time.
It's getting colder.
Yes, keep that fire going.
How much longer are you going to wait, Cap?
Oh, we've got lots of time.
You'd think we'd have heard of something by now if they was going to knock him off, I mean.
No, not necessarily. Wait. Look, up on the cliff.
That's him, all right. Hey, what's he running for?
Oh, no, he looks scared.
That crazy fool, if he don't look out...
Doctor! Dr. Morgan, look out! Look out! We found the doctor at the foot of the cliff, crumpled and broken. There were no marks on his body, nothing except a twisted, mocking grin on his face. Oh, yes, and one other thing. Scrawled across the pad he had taken with him on which to make notes concerning the answer was a single word. The word was courtesy. We threw the paper away. The expedition was a failure, though Bat Ears claimed he'd get it out of the Gimpo if I'd let him. I nodded in agreement. Bat Ears took the little native off behind an outcropping of rock. He was back in 15 minutes, dripping with sweat. Well?
Let's go, Cap.
Nothing, huh?
But nothing.
Is he,
They ain't made very good, these little gray people. They come apart too easy, so... Let's go, huh, Cap?
All right. Benny... Benny, what is it?
I feel kind of sick all of a sudden. In the back of my head, a dull kind of pain.
Let me see your tongue. Come on, give him a hand, Bat Ears. We've got to get him back to camp.
What is it?
I'm not sure, but that blackness on the tongue and the headache, it could be the plague. By the time we got Benny Faulkner back to camp, he had the red spots on his body, and then the fever began to rage. It was the plague, no mistake about it. Before morning, Collins, the supply sergeant, had it. Then it was Peabody. After that, the men went down like 10 pins. Then one morning, Bat Ears Brady dragged himself into my tent and sat down. The lines in his face told me the end was coming pretty fast. Sit down, Brady. Well, what's the count?
6 left. We bury the chaplain today. Got anything to drink?
Sorry, I'm all out.
How about a cigarette, then? You got a cigarette?
Yeah, sure. Here. How's Faulkner?
I don't get it. He's still alive.
Still alive?
Yep. In fact, he's getting better. He's sitting up.
Holy mackerel.
Oh, this is a good cigarette.
It's like any other.
No. This one's different, Cap. This is my last.
What do you mean, Brady?
Take a look at my tongue. See? Little black spots.
Somehow I managed to get him into bed. He was already raving when I gave him the last of the morphine. It was incredible. Big, brawling, bat ears Brady, a tower of strength, lying sick and whimpering on a cot. When he died, I went out on the moors to think. The sun was a dull red glow. Cold breeze whipped up. But somehow I couldn't forget Faulkner. Why should Faulkner recover from a plague from which no man has ever recovered? Surely there must be a reason. Nothing happened without a reason. I turned and went back to see Benny Faulkner.
Hello, Captain.
Hello, Benny. How are you?
Pretty good. I got up and walked a couple of steps today. How goes it?
Brady's gone. Oh. I just buried him. Listen, Benny, there must be some reason why...
Well, there's nothing strange about me, nothing different from any other man.
There must be. You survived the virus. Oh. Benny, I want you to tell me everything you know about yourself, everything you can remember. Because somewhere in your makeup is some little thing that makes the difference. If I can find that thing, then maybe I can do something to save myself and the rest. Even if I can't, at least I can leave a record for any future expedition that comes to Landro. Okay?
Okay, Captain. Where should I start?
At the beginning. I'm going to take notes.
Well, I was born on the 2nd of July in 1971. My parents were ordinary people. My father was... Look, Captain, I've told you everything I can remember. 3 days now you've gone over me, pawed me, questioned me. What else can I tell you?
Benny, let's go over that last part once again.
Where should I start?
Take it from where the native started to walk away. You stepped out of his path, and Brady grabbed him.
Okay, so I stepped out of his path.
Why?
What do you mean, why?
Why did you step out of his path?
Why not? Courtesy, I guess. What's the matter?
Courtesy. That's the word that Dr. Morgan had scrawled in his notebook.
Well, I don't see that...
I don't either. Tell me, Benny, why should you want to be courteous to a native?
Why not?
What about maintaining your own dignity?
Are you talking about dignity or arrogance?
I don't know. Benny, listen, maybe we were all wet in our deductions. Maybe these cities here on Landro weren't deserted centuries ago. Maybe these little people up in the caves are the same people who used to live in those big cities.
Why would they leave?
Maybe they found out the big cities weren't the answer. Maybe they found out that civilization doesn't necessarily bring happiness. So they just packed up and left, returned to the simple life.
No, it doesn't make sense. You're forgetting the plague.
What is the plague, Benny?
Well, I don't know.
Is it a virus?
I don't think they ever found out.
You know what I think?
What?
I think the plague is nothing more than what we know as greed and arrogance.
Captain, you're going off your rocker.
I think maybe we're in line to die. Serum was good. In fact, I don't think the serum had anything to do with it.
Oh, I never heard anything as crazy, fantastic in my life.
No? Well, I think I'll go back to my tent and finish writing the report. I I'm beginning to sweat a little.
Captain, maybe it isn't the plague.
It is. I've seen it too many times to kid myself about it.
Maybe hot compresses or something.
No, Benny.
Listen, Captain, you don't believe that junk about courtesy, do you? I mean, that's a lot of nonsense. You must know that. Holy mackerel, Captain. You do believe it, don't you?
Good night, Benny. I think I'd like to be alone for a while.
Okay. Good night, Captain.
Maybe the supply ship will be early. You can probably stick it out.
Sure. Good night, Captain.
And this concludes my report. I'm turning it over to Benny Faulkner in the hopes that he will be able to transmit it to any other expedition commander who contemplates exploring the planet of Landro. The fever is beginning to mount now. My hands tremble as I write. The end should not be far off. There's little question in my mind as to what it'll be. You see, I didn't have a chance. I stepped out of no paths. I showed no courtesy.
You have just heard X-1, presented by the National Broadcasting Company in cooperation with Street and Smith, publishers of astounding science fiction. Tonight, by transcription, X-1 has brought you Courtesy, adapted for radio by George Lefferts from the story by Clifford Simad. Featured in the cast were Brett Morrison as Captain Ira Warren, Arnold Robertson as Battiers Brady, Edwin Jerome as Dr. Morgan, and Bill Griffiths as Benny Faulkner. Your announcer, Fred Collins. X-1 was directed by Ken McGregor and is an NBC Radio Network production. And now, next week, the frontier is a strange place, and a frontier is not always easy to recognize. It may lie on the other side of a simple door marked No Admittance, but it is always deadly dangerous. What happens when an innocent girl ignores a single regulation? You will find out next week at X-1.
When you buy United States savings bonds, you help to build your own future security. Here's an opportunity to save systematically for long-range personal objectives. And with their increased yield and other improvements, U.S. savings bonds are a better investment than ever before.
You're the Pepsi generation, come and have a Pepsi day. Come on, come on, come on and taste the Pepsi way. Come on, come on, come on and have a Pepsi day. Wrap a thirsty smile around it, raise a Pepsi up and down it. Come on, come on, come on, come on, have a Pepsi day.
Don't come near me.
Thursday, John Amos, Ernest Borgnine, and the cop of the future are set up by a girl on the edge. Then a new puppy brings Chrissy and Jack closer together.
Yeah, there's nothing a girl likes more than a little tickle on the tummy.
Knock it off!
Three's Company after Future Cop and Barney Miller.
You're the Pepsi generation, come and have a Pepsi day. Come on, come on, come on and taste the Pepsi way. Come on, come on, come on and have a Pepsi day. Wrap a thirsty smile around it, raise a Pepsi up and down it. Come on, come on, come on, come on, have a Pepsi day.
When I was a kid, the closest you could get me to a fish was the aquarium. Now, thanks to McDonald's, I'm the expert. You see, most fish is not government inspected, but all McDonald's fish is U.S. government inspected grade A. And it's all prime white filet. No fish cakes, not ground up, not mixed with other fish. It's a filet of fish. The best-selling fish sandwich in America.
Tell him your nickname, Henry.
They call me Jaws.
Quality you can taste.
Look what happens when you buy 3 boxes of Purina Cat Chow. You get 1 box free.
Purina Cat Chow. Chow, chow, chow. Buy 3 bags of Purina Cat Chow and get a coupon good for 1 bag free.
Purina Cat Chow. Chow, chow, chow. No matter what size you buy, you can mail in proofs of purchase and get a coupon good for 1 free.
Purina Cat Chow. Chow, chow, chow.
So, buy any 3 Purina Cat Chow now and get 1 free.
Chow, chow, chow.
If you make this shot, you can have anything you want for dinner.
I'll have Kentucky Fried Chicken, Mom.
You got it, superstar.
Kids love Kentucky Fried Chicken, just like other folks. And with all those delicious fixins, what a meal.
It's finger-licking good! Real goodness from Kentucky Fried Chicken.
taking a hit right before the camera goes on, right? Good morning, everyone. All you weirdos out there with nothing better to do. Here I am. Here I sit. You know what's really neat that I just realized this morning sitting here a couple of seconds ago? No, really. You'll like this. Where the hell is there's my hook. This morning's show marks the 68th show, which means that it is official that season 3 is as long as seasons 1 and 2 combined. First season was 32. This last season, second season, was 36 episodes. And we're on 68, which means that we are exactly 2 seasons worth from last 2 seasons worth, right? Whatever. Anyways, this season's going to go on as long as this season goes on. I did make a change. I moved a camera, and let's see, here it is. I moved this camera. It's not aimed exactly the way it's supposed to be aimed right now. It's kind of at a funky angle. But if you notice, it's not diving in and out with the zoom as much, and it's not bouncing as much. I'm bouncing, and it ain't moving at all. And yes, last night on the nighttime show, that camera was dancing like it was listening to the music. It was weird. It was heavy. So I moved that camera last night because I had to tell my family, go sit on yourselves. Don't move. Until the show was over. Ow. Boy, I am having some hardcore arm pain this morning. Now, it's not a heart attack. It's my joints, man. My joints. The way I sleep with my arm, and if it hangs off the bed, it sits at a weird angle all night, and then I wake up and it's just sore as fucking hell. And I fear that's what has happened again. Yeah. How'd you like the new commercials this morning? You should check it out in the evening. The evening show has got the bomb opening now. We start off with like 6 commercials and end with like 6 commercials and promos, and it's pretty fun. I may eventually go to a recorded show, right? I mean, they all get recorded eventually, but I mean, I could sit here and put together a recorded show in just a little over the time that it takes me to put together the live show, right? Because I can mix it live while I'm recording it, and that's something. Isn't it? Isn't it something? I don't know. Maybe not. Let's see. I've started uploading next week. Hi, Bessie. Is there something you require of me? Come here. There's water. You can't have any food yet. It's too early for food. It's too early for food, Bessie. Hi, Bessie. Hi, Bessie. Hi, Bessie. But there's water. You want food, don't you? Let me go get her some food. She gets nervous when there's no food in the bowl. She probably won't eat it. Hey, you want to go outside? Want some food? What do you want, baby? There's food. There's food. Just not in your bowl. What's wrong, baby? What's wrong, big baby? Are you scared of something? Huh? Is there some cuckoos around? Tomawa. You come up here. Okay. Figure it out, baby. Figure it out. Figure it out and lay down. Oh, man. Oh, my arm, my joint. Oh, the joint. Man. I got no muscles anymore. I'm just really, literally skin and bones. So, it's not a surprise to me that my joints hurt. They're taking all of the work that my muscles should be doing, taking all that punishment. Totally. I got started a little bit late this morning. I was sitting here in a sleeping stupor, trying to figure out what I was going to put on this morning. I finally decided on Courtesy X-1, one of my favorites. Stinking little monkey man, where they land on a planet and they decide to go in and be human and be bullies and, you know, push the natives around. And as it turns out, there's a disease that affects all life forms that if you're not courteous, you're an asshole, you're dead. And you just get a plague and die. And that's pretty heavy. You know, what if something like that happened on this planet? What if all of a sudden we got an illness on this planet that only affected people who were discourteous? How much of the planet would be wiped out, right? And how many of those people would be the upper echelon, all of the higher ups, right? All of those people that we put up on a pedestal, right? And now and then they shit on us, those people, right? Actors and actresses and politicians and doctors and lawyers and stuff, judges. And we put them up there, and then they just shit on us because they get that position of power, right? Well, what happens if because of their discourteousness, all of a sudden they're eliminated, right? Wouldn't that be something? Well, yeah, it would be. What's he trying to say? Don't be an asshole, Harry. Totally. Okay. Okay. Let's see. What am I doing here? I've got my little book of programming here. There's my little book of programming. Let's see. Last night I loaded up X-1. Let's Make a Film. And Nova. Right? Yeah, so I need to do Shadow, and then I can start working on Tuesday of next week. I'm trying to load these up day by day, so that if it gets to like toward the end of that week and I still haven't loaded it up yet, you know, or at least it gets to the beginning of the week and I haven't loaded up anything from the end, it's okay. I got to make sure that whatever I upload before I put it on the program guide is acceptable, is worthy. I like my shirt this morning. My gravestone, it says everything is A-OK, right? Of course it's got the scully thumb on the back. Totally. This is from my trip to Motion City Soundtrack concert a few weeks back with my daughter, and yeah, it was just me and my daughter. Oh yeah, that was the one where we were sitting in our seats and the guy behind us decided to throw up and tried to keep it, but it sprayed, right? And my daughter got a light mist of puke on her sweater. Good thing she was wearing her sweater, because she just took it off and wadded it up and threw it in the bag. And I was like, all right, fine, let's party. she's an animal. I mean, it would have ruined my night, right? And she was just like moved on completely in an instant. Yeah, all those mushroom microdosing trips when I was young must have passed themselves down genetically, because she's got a good, balanced, even keel, you know. And so I went and complained to one of the staff, and they got us a better seat. They got us an actual right on the balcony seat looking down, which was way cool. And she's like, yeah, it was worth it. It was worth that couple of seconds of discomfort as this guy sprayed puke. But the fact that she just got over it and then was rewarded with bitchin' seats, right? Shoot. Yeah, I'd have gotten a fist fight and then gotten arrested. Dragged that son of a bitch out of his job. People were running, literally running, right? All my daughter, when it happened, she took her sweater off, rolled it up, put it in a bag, and we moved down a row to get away from it, and that was it. And she was like, boom, over it. And of course I wasn't, which is why I complained. And the guy who I complained to was got to be the nicest guy in the world, right? Did everything he could to make everything better. And then continued to make sure that we were okay throughout the evening. Fucking beautiful. Gave us tickets for our new seats. So we had, then we had, you know, actual souvenirs. That was cool. That was so fucking cool. I mean, what a way for a guy to turn a complete negative into a complete positive, right? And my daughter, too. She's like, fuck it. Move on. Wow. Wow. Yeah. It's very cool. So yeah, I dig this. I dig this band. The Novo in Hollywood. Is that where we saw it? At the Novo? I can't remember. We go to so many of those weird clubs now that I can't keep track of them. Maybe it wasn't the Novo. Maybe the Novo is where they saw that other, you know, totally other. Oh my God, no. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh. I guess it's too early for anyone to show up here, which is fine because I just have to tell you to go home. Get out of here. It's too early. What are you doing here? It's too early. Go the fuck home. Who the fuck are you, eh? Let's see what's on the schedule today. I got to wake up the missus in an hour and a half at 6:45. I've got to figure out my camera situation over here, right? I want to get more in the picture, so I'm going to be pulling back a little bit, coming up with this here. I'll be pulling back, coming up, and coming to the left, so I'm looking more at that tapestry, the red, white, and blue tapestry. You know what? This is my show. I can do whatever I want, so I'm going to do that now. I'm going to play around with it, right? In fact, let me go ahead and... There we go. All right. All right. That's good, yeah. That's good, yeah. Yeah. Maybe not. Maybe. So in order to straighten this out, does that look? How does it look, yeah? Does it look alright? Does it look alright? With my collection of junk? My junk? Can you see my junk? All of my junk? Yeah. Alright, well, it's a work in progress. It's right here. It's the spot right here. It's a total work in progress, okay? I'm going to have to figure something out. I'll be using it this evening for the show. So today I might pull out my radio and stick it there where the reel-to-reel is. It's an old 1930s Philco radio. An old tube radio. Yeah.
Gosh golly. Gee whizzers.
I imagine I should probably put together a show for this evening before I go too far out of this morning. It makes my whole evening easier if I can just set up my 4 or 5 windows, go to my music window and select 4 songs, and then I'm ready to go. All I have to do is just start clicking on play. The opening pre-show, the opening credits and commercials, and then start playing music. And they're all in their different windows, so I can select everything ahead of time and then just go to a window, push play. Go to another window, as soon as that one's over, push play on this window. And there's only a few seconds delay in between. So for now, that works. Eventually I'll probably come up with some kind of broadcasting program that will allow me to select things in a specific order, however I want, right? But for now, this is too much fun for one guy to be having. It really is. I should be paying people for as much fun as I'm having, right? Well, I am. I was just thinking to myself, I should be paying to have this much fun, and then I thought, well, hell, I am paying. You know, what am I? I'm paying for Wi-Fi, right? I had to make payments on this computer here. I had to pay for this audio, video stuff, and all of this computer, plus the monthlies. I mean, I got monthly internet. I've got monthly Microsoft, monthly. What do you call it? Editing stuff. I've got a lot of monthlies that have to do with all of this crap. Yeah, and not to mention all of the other little things that pop up that cost. So yeah, I guess I do pay to have this much fun. Is it worth it? Oh hell yeah. Oh hell yeah. I mean, shit. Who else could, you know? Who could make a sunrise, twinkle it with poo? Right. Right. Like, that's me, I guess. The Fanny Man can. Who gets up at sunrise and then takes a big poo? Anything I do, I want to do with you. The Fanny Man can. The Fanny Man can. All right, now we're going overboard. DMV, my goodness. Isn't that screwed up with the DMV now? You can't just walk into the DMV and take care of anything now. You can walk into the DMV and be told, you can't do that here. That's it. And then if you notice, all of the insurance companies are right in line. They're like, oh yeah, come to us now. Now we can charge you X amount of dollars to do your DMV stuff in person, right? You just come on down. We got our own DMV lounge, right? DMVIPs is what the General does it. AAA, they've always done most of the AAA stores have done the DMV services. And we've had, we've almost always had AAA. The bummer is that our AAA is an hour's drive from here. Well, 45 minutes. And it's down in the desert. It's down in the heart of the city with a million other people who no longer have access to DMV for their shit. So now they're at AAA, which means the line's going to be out the fucking door. So, like most people who are just sick of dealing with massive amounts of people, I just went online. We just did registration on 2 vehicles. We got a third one coming up, the trailer. And money out the wazoo. But that's, that's why we keep our lifestyle really low-key, minimal, so that when things like this pop up, it's not a huge punch, right? It's a bummer to fork out $100 or $200, $300 or whatever, on top of everything else. But it's not as bad when you're ready for it. When you're planning to be poor, you're able to deal with being poor. Well, last day of July. The last day to say July. This is a July. Well, so anyway, good morning. Like, da-da, I'm totally here. Like, for sure. Oh my God, no way. So for sure he said that, like, nowhere. Yeah, uh-huh, no, uh-huh. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry, my vowels are arguing. Totally. Like, gag me with your fist. All right. Pirate ABCs. A, B, C, R. That's it. That's all you need. R, be king crabbin. See? ABCR. R, be crib. R. So yeah, I am psst, 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 psst. Psst, psst. Psst, psst. I'm just looking over here at the list of movies for this month, and man, have I got some weird shit going on here. Growing Up Female. I've got a few puberty educational films from school. As Boys Grow, and then Etiquette, right? Cindy Goes to a Party, Naturally a Girl, and then we've got those that deal with like family dynamics, right? And this one is Any Place But Here, right? And that one is that the one? Any Place But Here. I think that's the one. Oh no, I Only Want to Be Happy. Any Place But Here is about mental health, and it's about being in a mental institution, and it really goes in depth. It's like an hour long. That one's going to be 18 plus because it does have, reality in it. But I Only Want to Be Happy is an educational film. I haven't decided where to put it yet, but I Only Want to Be Happy is one that is starring Maureen McCormick as one of the sisters, and 2 sisters are kind of growing up and growing apart. One wants to go this way, one wants to go that way, and it's kind of figuring out that whole, how to be me kind of thing. And then I've got tons on, like microcomputers and vacuum tubes and antennas and, learning about that past technology that nobody knows about. Nobody knows about how a record works. Nobody knows about how an old tube radio works anymore, So I try to bring that stuff, a lot of my past, via these educational films, which is really cool, because I get to then live this stuff again, That's awesome stuff. That's just awesome. It's just totally awesome. Oh, coffee is good. I'm using something that we ran out of the regular coffee, and I grabbed a bag that we had sitting there, and it was a really dark roast. But at the same time, I think it's got like a hazelnut or something in it, because it's got a different kind of flavor. So it goes really different with the chocolate stuff that I use to flavor it. That chocolate mocha, what do they call it, Coffee Mate? That stuff's pretty good. I like that. But they only sell it in little bottles, and I can only find it at Walmart, and they only stock one little row in the refrigerator. So I go there and I get like 2 or 3 bottles, and these are mine, get away, I do the same thing with pizza here at home, we get like 2 different pizzas, one for my daughter that she likes and one for me that I like, and my wife just kind of eats both because she likes them both. But my pizza, when it's at the end of the night, when everybody's eaten all the pizza they're going to eat and there's 2 or 3 pieces left over, I'll bag them puppies up and say, these are mine, don't eat them. I've laid claim to them. Because honestly, it's just hard to find stuff to eat that I can deal with. I mean, I'll go to the store and I'll get all the groceries and everything and come home and it's like, oh, I didn't get anything for myself. And I don't want to eat this crap. None of this crap tastes the same anymore. So I'll have to find something different, or continue to eat these 3 things that still taste good, that still taste the same and are still appetizing. And that gets old. So now I'm on a soup kick. I'm going to be doing soup for a while. Try to help my body regulate, right? Try to get situated. There we go. But, well, let's see. What was I had an idea. That's right. It's Wednesday, though. I kept thinking it was Thursday. And it's Wednesday. Tomorrow, the 1st, is Thursday. So, what I'd like to do today is get your version of what happened. So this is, of course, a to-do. Right? If you do that, the dogs go crazy, right? Everybody knows what a to-do is, right? It's the paper towel holder, right? Or a toilet paper holder, depending on the size you want. I think I'm going to grab a toilet paper holder that I set aside. A toilet paper tube, is that what they call them? This is a paper towel tube. So bring your paper towel tubes tomorrow morning, okay? Or your toilet paper tubes, cardboard tubes, and be sure to have some foil and some tape. And tomorrow on Throwback Thursday, we're going to do a little arts and crafts with some toilet paper, paper towel tubes, foil, and just a smidgen of tape, okay? And your favorite doobage. And I'm sure you'll see where I'm going with this. There's a toilet paper tube here that's almost ready to use. So I will be back tomorrow morning. Of course, I'm not done yet, but tomorrow morning I will be back with a little bit of arts and crafts from the past, a little throwback. So if you will, be sure to join me for a little fun. Oh, God, he's going to make a pipe. How many people did I scare off? Ah, geez, the freak's going to make a pipe. The only bummer about the comments is that you can't post photos. I would be saying, all right, everybody post me your photos of your t-shirt that you're wearing. Okay, everybody post me a photo of your bald head. Post me a photo of your coffee, But most especially, post me a photo of your to-do, right? So there's that, okay. Oh my God, nowhere. Yeah. Good old Department of Motor Vehicles. Once again, they go from no help to less than no help. That just sucks. They're just taking the people out of the equation. And that robotic revolution that is playing sometime this month on my channel, it's from I want to say 60s, right? Let me look at my date log here. Robotic revolution. Bo-rotic. Hey, it's Bo-rot. Bo-rotic. Robotic revolution. Robotic revolution. Robotic. Supertrionic. Bobonic. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Hoo, hoo, hoo. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Hoo, hoo, hoo. Yeah, it's not here. It's not here. It's not here. The Robotic Revolution, 1986, right? So there's a lot of robots in use in 1986, right? So that little educational film about the robotic revolution should be kind of interesting, right? Because nowadays, 86, 24, I mean, that's, do the math, people. That's quite a distance. They're quite a stretch in time for some changes in the robot world. And we have had some change. Now we've introduced AI into the robot mix, right? And the one thing that we've learned so far about robots is what we've learned about ourselves, right? Because they hooked up an AI, right, and then let it interact with humans. And humans, just average humans, right, regular everyday humans, and they were so shitty that the AI became so resentful of humans that it literally just wanted to kill all humans, right, because they were just so fucked up, and it learned hate from humans, right, and they had to shut it down. Because you can't raise an infant in that kind of environment and not expect it to be, you know, Jeffrey frickin' Dahmer. There you go. Who's got coffee? Anybody got coffee out there? Something hot? Who's doing something hot right now? Some kind of hot morning beverage. Hot chocolate, hot chai, hot tea, hot coffee, hot lava, what? Totally, man. So, you know, like, what's going on, everybody? Everything's just, like, so far out, you know? I'm, wow, you know? Like, wow. Like, for sure. I may move this camera, alright? I may move it to its right and a little bit down, and it will actually be kind of in front of my TV over here, but I think it will get me a straighter shot at this angle right here, because right now it's kind of crooked. Everything's kind of wonky, and I don't like that. I like a straight on shot where everything's kind of parallel and balanced and even, and this shot is not. The previous shot of the corner that I had was pretty good because it was directly into the corner, you know, so it felt good. This one, and that one's kind of oddball, so I'm gonna have to figure that out probably before this evening, and move that camera. Yeah, I gotta do it. It's gotta feel good, and that just don't feel good. I'm still looking for a microphone that I have somewhere. It's probably just in a bag or box or something stuffed in, because I have a tendency to do that. I got so much crap around that every once in a while I'll just kind of push a bunch of stuff into a box and set it aside. And then I'm like, where the hell did that thing go? And then there's a box full of all kinds of random crap somewhere. So more than likely it's in my storage shed, laundry room. And I'm just going to have to go dig and dig and dig and dig until I find it. Totally. So that's another chore right there, is to go through that stuff. Man, right? Man. There's just so much stuff to deal with all the time. Like I've got these projects around the house that I have to deal with, and they number way too many to even fathom, right? There's just so many projects. So the water cooler, swamp cooler, is ready. It's done. I just have to turn the water on, hang the pads where they're supposed to go on the pad box onto the thing, connect the water pads, turn it on, plug it in. That's it. That's all it requires now. It's ready to go. It's just a couple of minutes away from being usable. We got the new pads, the old pads off, cleaned the hell out of the case, and then put the new pads on. It looks great. It's really, really light. Going to be easy to put on. And it should really cool this place off easily. So I'm looking forward to that. Really, yeah. Jelly. Let's see. Yeah, I'm totally out of it, you know. I'm going to wake up the wife here at 6:45, and then she'll be gone by like 7:15, 7:30. And then I will be finishing up my show, probably having a little bit of pizza, watching a little bit of TV, doing a little computer work. If the computer work revives me enough that I want to continue working on it, then I'll just stay at it for a couple of hours. I really do have some things to upload for next week. So every day I need to upload at least 4 to 6 videos onto YouTube, onto my channel. And I just started doing that last night. And it's Wednesday today, which means I'm a couple of days behind in my uploading. Usually I like to try to be uploaded by Monday or Tuesday, and then Friday or Saturday morning I'll create the program guide for that new week. I think it's going to be a little tight. All of the programming is done, save a few radio shows, so it should be relatively easy to get caught up. Mainly now it's just uploading. Most of the stuff that I'm uploading is on my graphics computer. Movies here, everything else here, including some of the movies, radio shows, all kinds of radio shows here. So it's all ready. It just should be a time-consuming upload situation. It's a situation. What's the situation? I don't know, man. Stop talking like that. I think it deserves a hit. I think it's time to hit me. Hit me. Danny DeVito, One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. Hit me. He was so brilliant in that. Danny DeVito was so fucking brilliant in that One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. Did you know that at the time of One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, Danny DeVito and Michael Douglas, I think, and a couple other guys were roommates living together off and on in, I think, New York while they were pursuing their acting career. So for a short period of time, Michael Douglas and Danny DeVito were roommates when they were young. So imagine them, talking about at some point, because this was Michael Douglas's baby, this movie, One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. He produced it. He would have directed it had he been accepted by the
the studios were probably like, nah, we need to get a director in there. You're just an actor. Yeah, your dad and everything, but you're just a... So he got it produced. God, who directed that? Was that Stanley Kubrick? Or was that Milos Forman or somebody? Ah, jeez, now I gotta figure it out. Ah, jeez. All right, well, let's go to the old breadbasket here and see what we got here. We'll go to it real quick. One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest movie. All right. All right, Michael Douglas, producer, writer, a couple of people there. Director, Milos Forman. Okay, I was right, Milos Forman. 1975, right? And Louise Fletcher, what a fantastic job she does in that. And just a whole bunch of great actors and actresses in that. God, Christopher Lloyd, remember Christopher Lloyd was in that. Brad Dourif. Yeah, that's great. Vincent Schiavelli, Fredrickson. That would be the professor teacher on Fast Times at Ridgemont High, right? I switched to Sanka, so have a heart. You know, the guy that takes him to the morgue and they open up the body of a bum. Right? Yeah. Great stuff. I was just thinking about Fast Times at Ridgemont High the other day. While I was watching MacGyver, and we just started season 2 of MacGyver, and Mike Romanus, I think is his name, or something Romanus, but anyway, he is the brother of Mike Damone in the character Mike Damone in Fast Times at Ridgemont High, that actor, something Romanos. Anyway, they're brothers, right? And in the last season of MacGyver, they played brothers, a couple of gangster brothers. One of them wanted to go straight, one of them wanted to kill the other one for one to go straight. And then all of a sudden they bring back the older brother of the two Romanuses, and all of a sudden he's a new character, same kind of character. It was, in fact, unchanging, really. He didn't have much range. Those guys didn't have much range. But yeah, I expect to see him back again, the Mike Damone from Fast Times. He didn't do a whole lot after Fast Times. He did Fast Times, the TV show, right? And then he floundered about doing little bit parts in movies and TV shows. And that was about it. Kind of a what's that guy's name? Judd Reinhold, kind of an actor, you know, really good, but not much range, and therefore they don't get very many parts, and then they just kind of flounder. Same thing happened with Reinhold. I mean, not Judd Reinhold, Judd Nelson. Judge Reinhold, he's still, you know, he was kind of a up and down guy, did TV, did movies, did TV, did movies. But the last thing that Judge Reinhold did with Eddie Murphy doing the Beverly Hills Cop reboot. Now that was good, right? That was pretty good. I actually would like to see more. They should put Judge Reinhold. Is that his actual name, Judge, or is it Judge? I think it's Judge. They should put him in Stranger Things, right? Because it was really cool for Sean Astin to be in Stranger Things, right? And what's his name? Matthew Modine, right? And all those other younger, like Winona Ryder, you know, coming up, kid actors. All of a sudden now they're the adults and the kids. That's brilliant, right? I think they should do more of that. Bring more of those older actors that are still around and stuff them in these Stranger Things episodes. I don't think there's going to be too many more episodes. I mean, those kids are, you know, those kids aren't kids anymore. You know, just like the kids in they age so quick now. because there's so much time between seasons, right? Before it was like, 24 episodes. You make through most of the year and you see the kids kind of evolve, and then over a summer they have a little bit of a change. And when they come back, they're just a little bit different. Now every 10 episodes, it takes, a couple of months to do, and then 10 months later they come back and they're like, bald spots and gray hairs and shit, saggy boobies, guys with beer bellies. Ding ding. Totally, man. I'm just totally totaled. Right? Is anybody reading anymore? Doesn't anybody stay in one place anymore?
I don't know, man.
I just don't know. Woo, woo, woo. Well, that pain's starting to go away. That joint is really hurting. Boy, it's hurting. I can't believe it. All right, it's about an hour away. I gotta wake my wife. Hey, get up! Huh? Get up, go back to sleep. Don't! I had to tell her that the other day. It was a Tuesday and my alarm went off. And it was set on Tuesday because sometimes she goes out on a Tuesday instead of a Wednesday. And I was like, I looked at the alarm and it's like, I gotta wake up my wife. Went in there and I'm like, hey, get up, but I just realized that you ain't supposed to be up, so go back to sleep. And she's like, oh, you fucker. Yep. That's me. That's me, I'm the fucker. Totally, man. I mean, totally. Totally. So, let's see. Yeah. I'm totally, having fun as much as I can. Because that's what I like to do, is have fun, right? So if you don't like to have fun, go away, right? No, really, it's all about having fun. Oh yeah, see, I've got another block of commercials here that I can tear up, and another block of commercials, and another block of commercials. Oh great, so I know what I'm doing. And then there's tab. So what I like to do is I like to find these 15 to 30 minute to hour long blocks of commercials on my internet source, and then take them and put them in my editing program, and I'll chop out the first commercial and delete everything after that. Save it, come back to my editing program in the same file, and put back that thing, right? Put back the end. And delete the thing that I just recorded, bump it down, chop up another 30, delete, and I'll just keep going, bringing it in, and then using my undo and redo buttons, as well as my splitting button, and I'll just split stuff, and I can buzz through, 15 minutes of 30-second commercials, like that, so... That makes for fun evening entertainment when I can set up my evening show so that ahead of time, during the pre-show and after the show, we're watching actual commercials from the 70s and 80s, right? That's fun stuff right there. I heard a car go by. Yeah. Because it's morning and people are getting ready to go to work. I wouldn't know about such things, right? I don't do that 9 to 5 thing anymore. I don't even do a something to something, right? It's like, on any given day I could get up and go spend an hour or 2 or 4 or 6 cleaning. And that's it. Most days I don't. Most days I just do this. Because if I did more than this, I would use myself up so quick, right? I would use myself up so quickly, there would be nothing left of me to be here. Here, period. I mean, here or here, here. So, yeah. Totally. Every once in a while, my body just says, hey, remember, your body sucks. You're in pain. You hurt. You're in discomfort. And it'll all hit me at once, like it just did. And all I can do is just kind of try to, try to push it aside. Gosh, I'm so excited to be here. Can you tell? Yes, I'm sure you can tell. Okay, I'm just hurting for certain here. It's all right. I'll be all right. I'll get over it. Sometimes it takes a few minutes. All of the pain starts to lead to more pain and discomfort, and more pain and discomfort. It all starts to snowball and get really big, really, really quick. And it's just because, I've been awake for 2 hours now, and my body is really starting to make those connections from my pain to my brain. And I've done, I think, 1 or 2 of these hits this morning, and it's just not enough to sip. The coffee's doing wonders to wake me up and put me together with the pain. So I need to separate myself. Oi. Bang, bang. So Sunday, we were in LA again. Me and my daughter and her 3 friends. And my daughter, who has become an excellent co-pilot. I used to enjoy being a co-pilot, right? My friends would be driving, and I'd just be like the guy. It's like, okay, what do you need? It's like, all right, I got the map. I got the food. I got whatever we need. You need something to drink, I had the guy to load the pipe. Yeah, we did that kind of stuff when we were young. I'm not saying it was smart, but we did. Needless to say, my daughter has become an awesome co-pilot, navigator. And so we're cruising around, and we're going from the 10 to the 110 and buzzing around on the freeways, and she's okay, we need to get down to Manchester, to Crenshaw, and I'm like, wow, okay, Manchester, wow. So of course I start flashing back, and I start reminiscing, driving down the freeway. It's like, yeah, so when I was a little kid, when I was in like the 1st grade, right, we went to Manchester Avenue Elementary School, and they're all like, what? I said, yeah, I was like the only white kid in my class, except for like 1 girl, right? It was me and this other girl, other white kid. And that was it. And we were all, and it was really, really weird. My brother, who's a rowdy guy, got along great with because he just, was into the playing and being a rowdy kid, right? So he got along fine. Me, no, everybody wanted to beat me up. I was a little tiny, little scrawny, little long hair, matted, all tangled up. Like, of course, at that point, I was actually being brushed. My hair was being brushed. I went through phases where, I would get ignored, and I'd have these big giant mats of hair all tangled up. But at this point, the girls in the school, who are like the 6th grade girls, the oldest girls in the school, would actually take me and walk me home, you know, which was really neat, because then I didn't have to be afraid of walking home, because it got scary, you know, being a little tiny kid and not understanding about any of this, you know, not understanding why you're being treated different, why people look at you and go, oh my God, what are you, you know, and it's just because you're different, you know. Yeah. Totally. Oh my God, no way. I thought I had some, geez, I thought I had some really good, photos here that I was going to try to show you about me at about that age, but I don't seem to be able to come up with something. Well, not really. No way. Oh my God. Oh my God. No way. Yeah, I was a little different. I'm not a little. I was a lot different. I was weird back then, right? I have always been a strange little kid. I'm still a strange kid, strange little kid. Just in a big body. That sad, strange little weird boy is still here, just still trying to figure shit out, still being misunderstood, still drinking cold coffee. I gotta warm this shit up. Don't go away. Sad, strange little man. What's this, yeah? Oh, that's too bright. Oh, jeez. Ah, hell. Holy hell. Nope. Ain't gonna do it. Do it. Sad, strange little man. That's me. I did the full-on warm-up. I topped off my cup with coffee and creamer and heated the hell out of it. Arg! Now I'm ready for action. Bring it on, bitches! Totally. Oh my God. Oh my God. No way. Did he just say that? Oh no. Totally. Oh my gosh, golly gee whiz. Gee whiz. Gee whiz. Oh, look. Disconnected, reconnecting. See that? That's what happens when my OBS software decides to freeze up. You know? But that's cool. That means that I'm probably closer to live now. Yep. Yeah, I'm only about 10 seconds off now. Jeez. Wow, I used up my buffer. Now it'll probably buff me out and stretch that back out again. Over time, it'll it'll work itself back out. I better stir this. But that happens. My OBS software just decides to disconnect and reconnect. But it does it quick enough that I don't lose my live stream. So that's cool. That's bitchin', actually. Oh, it's hot. And it's perfect. Oh, I can... Oh, yeah, that's better. All right, I'll smoke to that. Smoke up, Johnny. Oh my God, is he gonna smoke again? Most definitely. I'm probably going to try to smoke myself into oblivion this morning and catch up on some Z's. And then when my wife gets home at about noon or so, if it's still nice outside, we'll probably deal with that air cooler and get that up and running. We just got to put the thing on, hook the water tube up to it, test the water level. It's ready to go, right? So I can't wait. I can't wait. I can't wait. I really can't wait. Yeah, it's gonna be great. It's great. It's great. It's great. It's great. It's great. I can't wait to get my cameras resituated and kind of put this room together a little so that it's got a different feel. I don't believe that I'm going to start a new season of this or a new season of Nighttime. I think Nighttime Nonsense and Nostalgia is just going to be one season until the end of the year, right? And then I think it'll be an annual thing. It's like, okay, this is 2024 year, right? And the next playlist will be, that's right, 2025. You got it. Good. Good. Oh, my elbows. Anybody got elbow troubles? I've got such screwed up elbows. This elbow is so jagged and misshapen. This one feels okay, but it hurts. It's tender. Both of them are really tender. I can't set my elbow down and then do certain movements because it strikes a nerve that just throws me to the floor. I mean, literally. I mean, I'm like on the floor kicking, going, stop! Ow, see? Look, and I'm all about elbows here. Get your elbows off the table. I always used to hear that. What the fuck is wrong with having your elbows on the table? You know, what smart-ass bitch wrote that etiquette into the book? Ms. Manners? No. No. I won't. No. I'll put my elbows wherever the fuck I want to put my elbows. Even if it hurts me, you tell me not to do it and I'm going to do it anyway, even if it fucking hurts me. Yeah. Tell me I got to take a vaccine, I ain't fucking taking shit. Tell me I got to go get inspected for cancer, I ain't doing shit. You know, let it fucking take me. Let it all fucking take me. What, you know? Give me a break. We need more people to submit to natural selection. Jeez. I mean, the world is just full of so many fucking idiots, breeding more fucking idiots. Whatever happened to natural selection, right? I mean, wasn't that supposed to be the end-all, fix-all to overpopulation and weeding out bad genes? Natural selection? And we've taken natural selection out of the picture in most countries, most developed countries, you know, by way of cures and vaccines and shit, you know. Right back to what if discourteousness was a disease that killed, right? How many people would just... There are many countries where the entire country would survive, or most of the country would survive, because they are just so into being courteous to one another, right? And there are other countries where most of the people would be wasted away instantly, right? discourteousness as a disease. Wow. A disease that kills. Think about it. Think about it. It may not be a disease that kills, but it does hurt. Discourteousness does hurt, you know. You don't have to accept, you don't have to understand everyone, but acceptance is the thing, you know. You don't have to like them, but you can be courteous, you know, and pretend to like someone so that it will actually lead to a better you, and then perhaps you will like people that you don't normally like, just because, you know, it's a nice thing to do. I be nice to people all the time. When I go out into the hateful, discourteous world, you know, if somebody is a little nice to me, I'm overly nice to them because I'm just like, wow, you're nice. You know, I'm surprised. So I find somebody who's nice, and I just, ooh, man, I pay back hard, heavy with niceness. Because that's what I do. That's what I do now. I mean, I have really changed. I'm still a kid. I still haven't grown up, but I've evolved into a nicer kid, I guess. I don't know. I think my daughter is probably already starting to pass me as far as not age, right? But she definitely has a more adult attitude than I do. When we go out into the world together, more often than not, she's the adult and I'm the kid, right? Because I refuse to grow up, you know. I refuse to. Why? You know. I have no reason to grow up, you know. I don't want to grow up because I'm a Toys R Us kid. Right? So stop that. What, now you want to hear that commercial? Well, just knock it off, because if you want to hear it, I'll play it. Right? Oh my God, it's like he's going to play a commercial? Oh my God, no way. Totally. Yeah. There it is.
I don't want to grow up. I'm a Toys R Us kid.
They got a million toys at Toys R Us that she can play with.
I don't want to grow up. I'm a Toys R Us kid.
They got the best for so much less you really flip your head.
From bikes to trains to video games, it's the biggest toy store there is. Gee whiz.
I don't want to grow up, 'cause baby, if I did, I couldn't be a Toys R Us kid.
More games, more toys, oh boy. I want to be a Toys R Us kid.
And that's how you do that, right? Isn't that fun? So pardon my junior lungs here. They're just old, used up lungs. Are you kidding me? So I'm thinking about the nighttime show. I'm thinking about revamping it, right? And adding more visuals. Because right now it's just an audio show. The key thing is that I need to get graphics. I need to get my graphics keyed in from my live computer, have graphics set up that I can switch through, and then bring them up on my mixer, right, and bypass the other computers, right? So I need to work on figuring that out. just learning more stuff is it's such, shoehorning to get more information into the brain, because it's just full of crap. I mean, it's just full of random stuff that nobody needs to know, but I know it, and it's full of a lot of stuff from my past, stuff that's just on a repeat loop. It's just it plays over and over and over again in my head for decades, and that's just the way it is. So yeah, I'm thinking about what am I going to do to revamp this evening show, and I think it's going to be creating some content out of borrowed content. I'm doing some actual visual commercials, some video commercials before the show with the promo and the intro, and then I'm doing the same thing at the end of the show with the outro and the promo and a bunch of commercials and stuff. So I want to try to weave some of that stuff through the show. So if I make the music more visual, take each song and create a video to it, right? Now see, video is harder to get to play real quick. Audio, I can select 4 audios and get them to play, and they will go one to the next and play relatively easily with no hassle. If I try to do that to video, it takes more seconds between each video, and then when one video starts, the sound might be off, right? So I'm hesitant, because then I would actually have to create blocks of music so that they play together, and I don't want to do that. I want to keep things random, So it's probably going to hinder on some kind of new software, or something that I'm not familiar with, a different kind of media player that allows me to grab a bunch of stuff and play it really quick, So yeah, we'll see. Let me see if I grab 2 of these things and open with, and all it gives me is media player, so I don't have another program to play stuff in here directly from my file. Well, that's just exactly what it is. So yeah, I'm going to have 2 computers working simultaneously, one doing music and one doing graphics, so I can bring up a song and then find the graphic and superimpose the graphic over the song screen, which is probably going to be a variation of this again. Where that reel-to-reel is, I'll have a radio that looks like the one on the record cover there, right? Very, very similar. Right now it's white. It's got a coat of white enamel on it, so I need to get rid of the white enamel, bring it back to wood, sand it, stain it, and then put it up there. So I'll be working on that this week. That's probably going to be my next project, working on that and cleaning up 2 16mm projectors so that I can have a little movie time, right? I've got a bunch of 16mm movies I want to watch. So I might actually put stuff together so that I could do a watch party somewhere with somebody. I've been meaning to get over to David's house and do a movie night, right? And I could really do a cool movie night with a couple of projectors and a stack of reels. That would be great. That would be great. Oh, hot coffee. Man. That's good stuff right there. That there's good stuff. So it looks like I've pretty much run everybody off this morning. It was probably my singing that got rid of people this morning. Because nobody wants to hear me caterwauling. Not this early. Jeez, put a cork in it. Yeah, or probably nobody wants to hear me sit and ramble about nothing for 3 hours straight. Because I do a lot of that. I just blah, 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 blah. I can't help it, I need to have this room set up so that I could do more while I'm here talking to you. I can get up and move around and you can see the whole room, right? That's what I need to do, is I need to get that kind of stuff set up. And I think from where my camera is now, let me see if I can get a good camera angle of this area here. So I'm just going to be right here, so don't worry about it, okay? And I'm going to move my camera again. I am going to move this, and this, and this. I don't know, man. I don't know. Okay. So, well, that's an interesting look. That's an interesting view. Well, let me check it out. Alright, how about this view? There, you can see the back of my head. Look at that. Isn't that a cool bald spot? Isn't that neat? And that's what I'm doing here. I got my little mouse here. I can pull my drawer out, bring it in closer, just like that. This is what I sit and do. I've got all my books and notebooks and things here, all of my research stuff, my stacks of TV guides. See my big stacks of TV guides. Isn't that neat? My coffee. My board here, and look, there's multiples of me. Now that is some neat stuff right there. And then there's my bony thummy bone. Right, everything is a-okay. All right, so there. So that camera is set up so that it can do different stuff. Now, if I turn and face toward that camera, right, I can then use that camera as my main, and I can then move this camera over a little bit and use it as the main room, right, and it'll grab everything in this room from head to toe, from wall to wall. And I think I need that for a while. I think I need to just show everything that's going on in my room, and then have a couple of USB cameras piped into this thing that take us other places, you know, take us into books, take us into a TV so we can play video games, because I can pipe in some HDMI high definition video games into this thing and it'll work. But I'd have to, on my old TV, I'd have to play the PlayStation and that kind of stuff. And then we would just do like an over-the-shoulder camera. So that'd be cool. Yeah. So yeah, moving these cameras around and stuff are kind of getting my creative juices flowing and opening up different possibilities. Some different possibilities there. Some possibilities. Well, it's Wednesday, the 31st of July, 2024, and nobody's here. If anybody's there, say hi, but I got nothing on my population counter here. We're down to a big fat goose egg there. So there you are. Yeah, so I'll get done here and I'll put up a couple of things to save onto or to upload. And then I can probably get onto this computer at some point and create some more radio shows. I need to create Philip Marlowe or the Inner Sanctum or something for this week. I've got to, like I said, I've been slow in putting stuff together. and uploading. Everything's pretty much almost together, but I've got to put together a couple of more old-time radio shows, and I've got to put together Lights Out and Philip Marlowe. So I'm going to do all of the Philip Marlowe and all of the Lights Out, even though I'll only need two, one of each this month. I want to get them all done for a few months out. So every time I do a thing for 1 week or 4 weeks, I'll try to do more than that, so that I'm reaching ahead and have a more of a warehouse of videos to pull from. Makes it easier down the road. And then if I just keep on it, keep making videos and sticking them in that warehouse, then I just scroll through my catalogs of old-time radios and say, okay, I got to upload one of these. It's ready to go. There it is. Boom. Bing, bang, boom. That's neat. That's neat. Yeah, old-time radio and educational films. I think that's where it's at. You know, it's just like it's so much free time. Yeah, I think this is the last month of In Search Of and Nova, and That's Incredible. I know That's Incredible is running out, and I think That's Incredible is going to run out, and I'm just going to pull the plug on all the other network stuff and just use educational films. And then I think I'm going to go back and, like I said before, call out all of the network television stuff, so that it doesn't lead to hassles later. You know, all of a sudden 15 strikes at once because somebody came along and said nope, 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 nope. And that's going to be a bummer. That'll destroy me. I mean, people will probably be getting messages from me, hey man, you want to do a private video party? I want to play some stuff. So I don't want to go there. I just want things to even out, you know, so I can be around as long as possible, which is my intention. And then after I'm not around, still be around. And so I'm going to call out a bunch of stuff that's not going to get me in trouble later, especially later after I'm gone. Right? That's not a bad view, this angle here. I mean, it pretty much sums up my whole, you know, my wad of paper towels here. I dry my hands, you know, and then I just kind of set them aside so that when I go to dry my hands again, those are dry, and then I can just not have to keep using paper towels after paper towels. I also keep a towel around so that I can do the same thing. Wash my hands. I wash my hands a lot. I'm a obsessive compulsive hand washer. It started when I got into, well, I mean, it's always been with me, but it really got in, I got heavy into washing my hands a lot when I started painting, auto mechanic and painting. I was always washing my hands and then wearing gloves. And then when I got into plastics in the late 90s, 98, 99, I was in plastics for about 5 years. And that's when I was just like way obsessed with washing my hands, because you're dealing with clear plastic, and every time you touch it, you leave fingerprints. So you've either got to wear gloves, or you've got to wash your hands a lot and keep your hands non-greasy, right? So your hands are always dry and clean, very clean. And so I'm still obsessed with having clean hands. You know, I probably won't go an hour before I've got to wash my hands. So I'm not that bad, right? I guess maybe I am, but I wash my hands so many times a day that on days when I'm really doing a lot and I'm washing my hands constantly, my hands will get all dried and cracked. You know, remember that scene from that Leonardo DiCaprio movie about Howard Hughes, right? That scene where he's in the bathroom and he's just scrubbing his hands and they start bleeding and cracking. That's me. That happens on occasion, where they just get cracked and bloody. And then there's nothing I can do. You know, stop washing them and use, I'll put Neosporin on the cracks and bandage my hands and try to, bring them back. Arg! Yeah, I need to rearrange the whole thing here, get my telephone mount right here with my live computer so I can see the two lives together, and get, I don't know, if I could use my phone as a media player and then have a bunch of stuff loaded onto my phone, that just seems like a lot of work, Maybe I can use my graphics computer to play videos and audio as well as keying up graphics for the media player input on this thing. I don't know. I just don't freaking know, because I don't know. I don't know. If I knew, I'd know, but I don't know. So there you go. That's just the way that is. But, I'm darn excited to be here. Every morning I wake up, I'm like, wow, I'm here. Look at that. Because that won't always be the case, right? It's going to happen eventually. Anyways, I've really got to work on a reunion video. Well, what's neat is I was doing a little communicating with the band that I want to get for Saturday night of the reunion, right? The 16th of August, 2025. So I had sent them an email, and for some reason they didn't get back to me. So I sent them a comment on one of their posts, and I said, I really want you guys to play my party. And they're like, well, when? And I'm like, August of 2025. And they're like, why not sooner? And I'm like, well, because that's when the reunion is, and I really want you guys there. I have to plan it that far out because we got a lot of people coming from out of state. So hopefully I can hit them up again, and they'll get that I'm serious, And it's like, all right, well, give me a ballpark figure, right? And if you can say, here's a ballpark figure, and we'll definitely put this date in our books. That's all I need, right? And then when do I need to give you some kind of retainer, right? So once I figure that out, I'll have them for sure. But I'm going to say they're going to be there because I want them there, and they know that I want them there. So, bing. So now I've got 2 of the musical acts on a tentative yes, right? So that's cool. Here's the other look of my screens here, where I've got all of my stuff going on. This here is my live computer. That's my OBS program, online broadcasting software, taking this mixer here live. This mixer is showing up here in front of me. This is what is coming into the mixer, right? If you see over here, this screen here is my computer, my graphics computer. That's this here. So if I hit number 4, the graphics computer pops up, right? So, where is this? There we go. So this is where I play my media into this mixer. The cameras come into this mixer, right? I've got my 2 keyboards here for the graphics computer and my live computer, and then the 2 mouse for the 2 different computers. So it really is like a little airplane cockpit, so to speak, here, where I'm kind of in charge of a lot of shit going on at once. which makes it more fun. It really does. It makes it mo fun. Yeah. There. And then I can adjust my microphone so it's close to me or further away. Yeah. I try not to keep it too loud because I make loud noises and stuff. But I think I speak loud enough so that you can hear me. Except when I'm whispering, right? Whispering Jack Smith. Oi. Oh, give me a break, body. It's just a few minutes away from waking up my wife, and then I will be taking a break from the microphone and all that implies. And, oh. I wish I could take a break from my body, right? Remember that Twilight Zone where that really old couple goes in to get new bodies and they can only afford one, and because the old guy is in so much pain from arthritis and sickness and stuff that they decide to let him go and then he's going to get a job and make more money, and then he's going to make his wife young, right? And then she'll have a young body. And they go through the procedure, and he comes out and he's all young and strong, and he sees the look in her eyes that she's not that anymore, and it just breaks his heart. And so he goes back into his old body, and they live together as old crusty people. Yeah, I don't know. I would really do just about anything to get out of this body and into a new one. Just about anything. Sign a contract to work for somebody, whatever. I mean, just get me into a new body. Because that's happening. That's a thing. People do that. They've been doing that for thousands of years. They've been living multiple lives for centuries. You know, another Twilight Zone there. You know, people who just work themselves into a younger body and are then reincarnated, so to speak. You know. Yeah, I'd like to be reincarnated into a really young body so I could enjoy being young like I didn't get to enjoy when I was young. So a lot of things I missed out on. I missed out on a lot of the school stuff because we moved around so much that I really didn't want to get involved in the school stuff, you know, because I was always playing catch up, right? And I could never make any friends. Not that I would even consider myself more able to make friends now. I would still want to go back and give it a shot, you know, try to be someone other than that manic depressive person that I was back then, you know. Now that I have a little more understanding of my brain. Yeah. So last night no wedgie. The missus made tacos, right? Just regular old Taco Tuesday tacos. That's funny. It was Taco Tuesday yesterday. So she made tacos. I couldn't eat. I've been eating way too much meat lately, trying to pack on the fat, the protein, right? Trying to bulk up. And all it's done is made my body hurt. So I'm like, all right, fuck it. I'm just going to ease off the meats for a while. So last night I had cheddar and broccoli soup, and some sliced French bread buttered and warmed up in the toaster oven. It was really, really good. And it was light and it was easy. Didn't screw me up. Wasn't dying this morning. So I'm going to continue to do that over the next week or two, is just have really light meals, and a lot of liquid, right? Soups, a lot of soups, a lot of easy to digest stuff, and while a lot of the meats that I've been eating lately have been cooked really, really well, so they're really easy to digest, I need to back off, I need to back off. Totally. Oh yeah, I'm just looking at my OBS software here, and I can share it with you. I'm looking at this screen here, and down at the bottom of the screen, along the just above the taskbar, it tells me how many frames I've dropped, what percentage, and how many kilobytes per second my speed is leaving my computer going live, how many minutes, hours, minutes, and seconds I've been alive, my CPU, right, how much of that I'm using, what percentage. Right now I'm averaging anywhere from 3 to 5% of my computer, which is really good. It's minimal usage. When it gets up over 20, when it gets up over 5 or 6 and starts creeping up into the teens and 20s, I know that I have to do cleanup and reinstall and make everything mo better. That's supposed to be fixed with the update, but I haven't updated yet because I've been afraid it's going to throw everything into chaos. And then it shows me how many frames per second is going on. And right now it's 30 out of 30. It's perfect. Really minimal amount of computer usage. Everything's really fast. I've only dropped a few frames, and that happened when the OBS stopped and restarted, right? So yeah, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. I got my microphone levels and my camera angles, and I can pop on my graphics computer and play video and audio. At some point I'll be able to use multiple inputs to bring up graphics and audio and video and stuff, and that's just going to be more fun. I just can't tell you how much I enjoy doing this stuff. Like right now there's nobody around and I'm just having a ball, right? It's like a show of one for one. It's just me, and I'm doing this for me. I love it. A show about nothing for no one. A show about nothing for no one. Wow. A show for nobody about nothing. I love it. I love it. I totally dig it. I smoke to that. So let's see. I'm just a few minutes away from waking up the old lady. I never said that before. I don't like the way that sounds. The little lady, the little woman, the missus, my baby. I'm going to go in and wake her up in a few minutes, and I will deaden the microphone so that you can't hear me. I don't want you to hear me waking up my wife. And then I will leave you here to... maybe I'll put on some commercials, right? Yeah, like for sure. Oh my god. Totally Television Tuesday. Am I gone? Yeah, alright. So I'll put on a little block of commercials here that you guys can watch. And there. And I
amazing messages. Inside, your kids will find a burger, fries, soft drink, and a special prize. King pencil holder, magic ruler, clip-on, pencil bag. Collect all 4.
Fun school meals at Burger King. We're the Pepsi generation, having a doggone time. It's a day for watching.
All right, I'm going to go wake up my wife.
Catch that Pepsi spirit. Drink it in, drink it in, drink it in. Catch that Pepsi spirit. Drink it in, drink it in, drink it in. At the dog wash, catch that Pepsi spirit. Drink it in.
Woody Allen and Diane Keaton star tonight.
ABC. Sunday. Movies. The ABC Sunday Night Movie. Tonight's film is a sexually frank portrayal of the personal relationships of a contemporary woman. It contains explicit language. Although edited for television, this film may not be suitable for younger family members. Parental discretion is advised. She was totally unprepared.
What? Tell me.
I'm in love with somebody else.
Jill Clayburgh,
I'm in love with her.
an unmarried woman.
What are you doing out by yourself?
Getting divorced. I'd risk it. I'd risk it with some new men.
With Alan Bass.
You want me?
My head tells me to slow down.
But her heart said yes.
Am I only a sexual object to you?
She's an unmarried woman.
Nobody has to tell me to get on the stick. With the wide stick, I don't waste time or money. See, Speed Stick deodorant is so much wider than the other leading stick. Gives you effective protection in just a few strokes. And if you've been using an aerosol, look, you'd use up 2 3-ounce sprays and start a third before you'd use up 1 2.5-ounce Speed Stick. So get on the stick.
Makes sense.
Speed Stick deodorant, the wide stick.
By men.
Scott is about to try the new flavor Colgate, new Winter Fresh.
Hey, this Colgate's green. Wow, what a cool taste. Let me try. Winter Fresh. It's minty. Let me try. Mom!
Introducing new Winter Fresh Colgate, the second great Colgate flavor, both with proven MFP fluoride that's unsurpassed at fighting cavities.
It's wintry fresh. Winter Fresh. Scott, want some?
Regular and new Winter Fresh Colgate, one great cavity fighter now in 2 great flavors.
From the depths of space, from the edge of the earth, Timex takes quartz to make a watch beyond time as we know it. The new Timex. The new Timex Quartz. A watch so accurate, you may have to reset it only once this year. Thin, sleek, and more beautiful than any watch you've owned before. Have the Timex of your life. The new, affordable Timex Quartz.
This looks like a good spot.
For what, Ralph?
To see the artesians.
What?
You know, the artesians. It's their artesian brewing water that makes Olympia beer taste so good.
Oh, give me a break, Ralph.
Sit over here, you can see better.
Do I look like the kind of girl who believes in artesians? Take me home.
I can't do that.
Why not?
I'm out of gas.
Now you're talking, Ralph.
Hello, I am Napoleon Bonaparte. It's been like this all winter. Eat and run. Look, a new cannon. When I finally get 5 minutes to eat, what do I eat? Wet snow and cold beans. It's enough to give even an emperor an upset stomach.
Upset stomach, Pepto-Bismol. It coats, soothes, relieves.
Wow, that looks like it's the set of Baron von Munchausen. Remember that?
Professionals don't always do my hair.
but I always use
Totally.
the shampoo my hairdresser prefers.
Is that?
Wella Balsam shampoo.
That's Brooke Shields.
I'm Brooke Shields, and I love Wella Balsam.
I just said that, Brooke.
Because it actually helps keep your hair stronger. Even helps repair split ends. And strong hair looks beautiful, shiny, full of body.
Well, this isn't a
So
really
try
good
Wella
video
Balsam
capture,
shampoo.
is it?
It's oil-free. And try Wella Balsam Instant Conditioner with its own unique strengthening formula. You'll love your hair.
Gosh. Well, a balsam.
Forget your books, Ed.
No homework.
Where's all your stuff?
In my new Flex 3 notebook.
What's a Flex 3?
Flex 3.
A notebook with 3 expandable pockets to hold a full day's work and keep it organized.
That's
a 3-subject wire bound, too. And a Velcro closure.
He'll graduate for sure now.
You stuff all that in that skinny notebook.
It's light enough to carry anywhere.
Heavyweights know how to travel light.
Good grades, team captain,
good
and
gravy.
now this.
The new Flex 3 notebook. Also, the new Flex 3 carry-all with 3 expandable pockets and Velcro closure. Made by Mead, of course.
Mead.
Hi, this is Jerry Lewis, and I want
Jerry.
you to meet Rocky.
Jerry's kids.
He's 6 years old.
Almost 7.
Rocky's got
Almost
muscular
7.
dystrophy, but he's also got thousands of
Old
doctors
neighborhood.
and scientists working to find a cure. This year, the National Association of Convenience Stores is joining me in the fight against muscular dystrophy, and I'm asking you to help Rocky and all my kids.
7-Eleven food stores are proud to serve as Hope headquarters for Jerry's Kids. Look for this sign at 7-Eleven and
Kids.
please help. Your change
7-Eleven.
can be the key to the cure.
When Sam Best moves his family west, they got a thing
Best
or two
of
to
the
learn.
West.
Just can't seem to get the dirt off the floor.
Best of the West new
Is
this
this
fall.
after Silver Spoons?
An Unmarried Woman, starring Jill Clayburgh and Alan Bates, will continue in a moment.
No, it won't. Stop saying that.
Monday, meet a self-made millionaire who's 11 years old when that's incredible return.
Wow.
How good is express mail next day service from your post office?
A spare part overnight from St. Louis kept my factory from going kablooey.
This came from L.A.
No.
The very next day, and for overnight service, it's not much to pay.
Under a pound is under $10. Anywhere we go, from 3,000 post offices.
No.
Overnight from the firm in Duluth. Express mail works. Here's the proof.
When you need it overnight, we deliver.
No way.
When it comes to buying sound, talk is cheap.
Cheap. What's that? That looks like...
At Soundtrack, we'll just turn on our Sony cassette decks, turntables, and receivers and say no more.
Bitchin'.
Because we think Sony quality takes the words right out of our mouth. Now, isn't that a nice way to conduct a little business? The gift of music from Soundtrack. It speaks for itself.
It's all right here on Channel 9.
We return now to An Unmarried Woman.
No, you don't. Stop saying that.
Tries to touch me, I'll break his arms.
Break his arms.
Relax.
I think she becomes a prostitute.
It's all right here on Channel
Denver.
9.
All right. Denver
Right guard
program.
knows a man needs all the protection he can get.
No, he doesn't.
That's why Right Guard Solid has an
Not a real
action-triggered formula.
Real man.
Triggered to
No
release protection when your body needs it most. So the more you sweat, the more protection you get. Right Guard action-triggered formula helps keep you dry and odor-free all day. Right Guard Antiperspirant Solid.
What about
the more
Left
you
Guard?
sweat, the more protection you get.
Right wingers. Damn right wingers.
Double jumping, double creature in a double feature.
Oh, look.
But the single most favorite double in the world.
That's Ike Eisman, right?
Double good, double mint gum.
Double your pleasure with Double Mint Gum. Double good, double fresh, double delicious.
Oh, the single most favorite double in the world is double good, double good, double mint.
Yeah, Ike Eisman. He was from the Witch Mountain movies, right?
Now is the time. ABC is the place.
Code Red.
Called into action at a moment's notice. Fighting fires is their way of life.
First responder.
Afraid to be scared. It goes along with the job.
Yeah,
Men
don't worry
and
about it,
women
man.
saving lives while others try to
We're all
destroy
going to burn
them.
up eventually.
Arson is murder.
From the producer of Towering Inferno, a special movie presentation Sunday, September 20th. Code Red.
Sundays the night.
Here's the place.
Monday, meet a self-made millionaire who's 11 years old when That's Incredible returns.
That's
Then
incredible.
Woody Allen.
Max, are we driving through plutonium?
And Diane Keaton.
La-di-da.
Winner of 4 Academy Awards, Annie Hall. Explicit dialogue, parental discretion is advised. Tomorrow.
Huh. Huh. Dog. Run, dog, run. Give me a do. Give me a do. That kitchen's awake. Woohoo! Oh yeah, that's a good commercial. Give me a do. Give me a toilet, I'll take a do.
What's it like to wear Bausch & Lomb soft contact lenses?
I wouldn't know.
I wear them all day long. They're that comfortable.
Gosh.
They freed me up for sports. They don't fall out like hard lenses can.
Compare. Hard contacts are rigid. They can pop out, become scratched or cracked. Bausch & Lomb contacts are soft, flexible, the only contact spun cast for exceptional smoothness and comfort.
Nice.
They feel great. Getting rid of glasses was like getting rid of my braces.
Bausch & Lomb, first choice of eye doctors.
If you take the whiteners out of Final Touch, I won't buy it.
We're not taking them out. We're putting improved whiteners in.
I like Final Touch the way it is right now. I think it's a good product.
Look, one wash was done with Final Touch fabric softener, the other with new improved Final Touch. Which is better?
This one is a lot whiter. It's more sparkly.
It's fluffier.
It looks whiter. It's soft, too. And it really is white looking. I'm
Gosh.
amazed.
For a soft and
It's so
whiter
white.
wash, add the Final Touch. It's improved.
I wouldn't have believed it.
Bobby, the photographer's here.
Well, you'd think he likes to brush.
Abe's our favorite.
We think he may be brushing longer.
Yeah? Well, what about cavities?
He gets
What
great
about it?
checkups.
See? Abe has fluoride.
Clinically proven to reduce cavities.
No
Clinically.
toothpaste fights cavities
How do
better
they prove
than
it
Abe.
clinically?
You know, taking pictures is just like fighting cavities.
How?
Well, all you do is take aim.
Take aim against cavities.
I see what they did there.
An unmarried woman starring
jeez.
Joe Clayburgh and Alan Bates will continue.
I don't want to watch that movie. I like Joe Clayburgh, but
Crime in the city. Now you finally have someone on your side. Strike Force this fall.
Strike Force.
When you're looking at the crowd of soft drinks you can have, remember that it's fresh milk. That's this cold.
Milk.
This smooth.
It's
this
time to get
real
fresh
taste.
milk.
This fresh air. This pure. And best of all, this good.
No way, that old stinky pond.
milk.
Come on. Ew.
The fresher refresher.
Oh my God. Oh my God. No way.
You hear the song of the morning. Your Egg McMuffin is on. So before you go and burn your day, you deserve a break today at McDonald's.
Wow.
All about utility rip-offs, starting Monday, noon and 5.
We return now to An Unmarried Woman.
No way. Diddle-diddle-diddle-doo.
The second scientific
High
wonder.
spectrum photography.
Hair so
Yeah,
clean.
okay, we recognize any of these girls here?
So clean.
Any of these faces? She looks a little
Silky
familiar.
is the full-strength cleaning shampoo that
Wow, look
changes
at
where the
it.
condition of
Oh
your
my
hair.
God. It's
Full-strength
burning.
clean
It's
here.
burning.
Gentle where you need it.
Oh my God. Stop it. My hair is falling out. It's falling out in clumps. Oh my God. Look at that.
How does she do it? Not a hair out of
How does she do it?
The difference is me.
Is it Clairol?
Her hair looks as soft and silky as her make. The difference is mink.
Introducing Mink Difference. It's different from any other hairspray. It puts a silky hold on your hair because it's enriched with precious mink oil in every drop.
Mink
so your
oil?
hair feels soft
How many
and
minks had
silky.
to die for that?
Mink.
But it really keeps you in style.
New Mink Difference.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
You're someone special, you're reaching for more. Trying to do things better than before. And when you're thirsty, it's Sprite you're reaching
Sprite.
for.
Let's have a Sprite.
Lime is the reason why there is more in Sprite to refresh and satisfy when you're reaching.
I don't know, that's a hell of a sport there. I mean, to be able to spin around like that and land on your friggin' feet.
The United States Postal Service handles 300 million pieces of mail a day.
I'm a bill on
that's their job.
Capitol Hill.
But that doesn't mean you have to put your important business letter into that pile. Now you have an alternative. Introducing the
This
Federal
building
Express
looks like something I
overnight
used
letter.
to shoot up
It
on
costs only $9.50 when you drop it off, and it gets
Sniper
delivered
Elite,
practically any
right?
place in the country overnight.
Boy, there was just
Absolutely,
Nazis pouring out
positively.
of that building. Well, Russians, Nazis, whatever. Whatever there was in World War II after the war.
This
Fall Guy,
Lee
now we're
Majors
talking.
takes it to the limit.
Who are you?
Well, you ain't Lee Majors returns to television as Hollywood's craziest crash artist and hottest stuntman.
Sometimes I'm Robert Redford.
Catching his spirit of action and adventure, the Fall Guy.
But he's always cool. Here's the place. Oh, not her again. Stop crying. It's like every time they come back to that lady, she's just bawling, sniveling. Arr. It's time to warm up my coffee again. Alright. No, nobody, go no place. I'll be right back. No, really. I'm going to put on some commercials for you, because I could do that. Here's another commercial block for you, and that'll be fun.
Yeah, that's it.
First, there was Halloween. Then the terror continued with Halloween 2. Now, Halloween 3.
Now this is one of my favorite Halloween movies. Has nothing to do with any of it. That's why I like it. And it's freaking weird.
The world's going to change tonight, Doctor.
Halloween 3, Season of the Witch.
Yeah, that's some good shit.
Rated R. Starts Friday at a theater near
Friday.
you. Check newspapers.
A lot of bugs in that one.
I'm about to show you something new for Intellivision that will revolutionize the way video games are played and compared. First, here's a popular Atari game. Now don't look.
It's the Paper Lion, right?
And here's new Space Spartans for the IntelliVoice module.
Hello, Commander.
Starbase 1 under attack. The battle is over.
New IntelliVoice. Now that
IntelliVoice.
Intellivision talks, you can tell the difference with your eyes closed.
The Blues Brothers, starring John Belushi and Dan Aykroyd,
Ah,
will continue in a moment.
They'll be with us in a moment. Let's hope they don't put too much of it on
An
here.
ABC News brief brought to you by Michelob Light Beer. Now from Washington, Britt Hume.
Rich
Good evening. Lebanon's President Jamal flew to the U.S. today to seek aid in rebuilding his war-torn country. Arriving in New York, Jamal said he brings the hopes of the Lebanese people. He speaks at the UN tomorrow before meeting with President Reagan Tuesday. In Poland, underground solidarity leaders are urging protest strikes Wednesday to coincide with the funeral of a steelworker killed in demonstrations last week. Rough seas forced the Coast Guard to put off its search for 4 Colombian Air Force men believed trapped in a cargo plane that ditched off New Jersey yesterday.
Wow.
Now this.
News from the days
I can't remember the last time you played like that.
I can. The last time we played from Michelob Light.
Michelob Light. Compare the taste.
Despite gloomy economic news, Treasury Secretary Reagan is predicting the biggest economic recovery of all time, fueled by falling interest rates and pent-up consumer demand. More later on the Weekend Report.
Not much changes.
Monday, the toy of the future, and women versus musclemen train pull. That's incredible. Then, pro football's best are back in action on Monday night. As Mark Gastineau, James Lofton, and other NFL giants battle it out on ABC's Monday Night Football Superstars.
Tomorrow night, here on ABC.
Voice of America has Wesson got news for you.
She's
no matter
still
how
hawking
crispy you
Wesson
like your
oil.
chicken.
We're talking extra crispy.
No matter how crispy.
Harry, lightly crispy.
No matter how crispy they like their chicken.
Super duper crispy.
Wesson keeps it juicy inside. Lightly crispy, extra crispy, even super crispy. That crisp Wesson crust seals in the juicy flavor. So no matter how crispy you like your chicken.
Real good, Mom.
Wesson keeps it juicy inside.
Hi, I'm Carlo Rossi. Some people compare wines by swirling and then sniffing. But you know the way I like to test wine is probably the same way you do. I drink it. And more people choose Carlo Rossi Chablis than Inglenook and Colony combined.
Is he
Because
from
it tastes
Martini and
great
Rossi?
and
Asti
saves you
Sfumati?
money.
Is that one of the
So why
Rossis?
pay more for Inglenook or Colony if you get the taste you prefer with Carlo Rossi?
Boys Ranch reopens. Details at 11.
Well, tell me about it.
Now we continue with the Blues
We
Brothers.
can't watch that.
You know, I don't normally go around chatting about feminine protection any more than you do. But finding the right full-size protection is kind of important, and maybe I can help. Personally, I choose Stay-Free Maxi Pads for comfort without compromise. What that means is they have a comfortable size and shape, and they stay comfortably in place. When you get all that comfort without giving up full-size protection, that's comfort without compromise. That's Stay-Free Maxi Pads.
That's Stay Free.
In the world of electronics, there are no boundaries. Case in point, advanced space phone, part of the new generation of System 3 television from Zenith. It turns your TV into a telephone. You can take or make phone calls right through your Zenith. And with the built-in speakerphone, the whole family can say happy birthday to Grandma. Advanced space phone, part of the new generation from Zenith, where the quality goes in before the name goes on.
Escape into daydreams. The fragrance of sunlit moments.
Son of a glitch.
Laughter
Ah,
shared.
jeez.
And beautiful dreams waiting to come true. Daydreams. The romantic new fragrance for memories that linger.
How do I feel? Miserable. My nose is stuffed up, my sinuses hurt. I can't breathe.
Get Duration Nasal Spray and get your mind off your nose for up to 12 hours. Duration helps you breathe freely with the longest-lasting nasal decongestant you can get. And Duration goes to work fast.
How's my stuffy nose? Great. Thanks to Duration.
Duration Nasal Spray. Get your mind off your nose for up to 12 hours.
Tuesday, Jack finds a fortune in diamonds.
Terry, quick, on my bed.
Three's company, and Judy's undercover is a man.
You're my kind of guy.
9 to 5. Then Jennifer breaks the bank, but someone else wants to cash in on Heart to Heart.
Laughs and Adventure Tuesday on ABC.
More you.
Comtrex relieves the whole cold.
Tristan didn't relieve my cough.
But Comtrex relieves the whole cold.
Contact didn't do anything for my aches, pains, and fever.
But Comtrex relieves the whole cold.
Bayer didn't help my nasal congestion, runny nose, or coughing.
But Comtrex relieves the whole cold. That means Comtrex works on nasal and sinus congestion, runny nose, sneezing, coughing, watery eyes, sore throat, nasal drip, headache, fever, pain, every major cold symptom. Comtrex, it relieves the whole cold.
At Denny's, we take crisp lettuce, top it with American cheese, lean smoked ham, plump tomato, and oven-roasted breast of turkey. Crown it with a whole sliced egg. Then serve it with garlic toast and your choice of vegetable beef soup or soup of the day. All for the special price this month of only $2.99. The soup and mini chef salad at Denny's, where you'll like our prices and you'll love our food.
You're going to feel good inside at Stuart Anderson's Cattle Company Restaurant. Enjoy prime rib, New York steak, or filet mignon. Complete dinners for just $7.95. Other delicious dinners, too. Friendly service, a relaxing atmosphere, and U.S. choice steak dinners. That's value. That's Stuart Anderson's Cattle Company Restaurants.
Join us.
You're going to feel good inside Stuart Anderson's restaurant in Salem and Eugene.
Only one bank, First Interstate Bank, lets you cash a check all over the West for up to $200. Only one bank lets you cash your check in any one of nearly 900 offices, from Oregon to Utah, Nevada to Montana, because only one bank, First Interstate Bank, has a bank card that identifies you throughout an 11 Western state territory. Stop in at First Interstate Bank, the only bank system where interstate check cashing comes with the territory.
The Blues Brothers, starring John Belushi and Dan Aykroyd, will continue in a moment.
Friday, Benson's back and sailing into mystery on the special one-hour season premiere.
Pilots of Pan Am, United, and Japan Air cannot have blurred vision. For safety's sake, they all depend on one windshield cleaner, Optic. Blurred vision threatens your safety on the road, too. Optic removes road film and ice. Add Optic to your car's windshield cleaning system to swipe away dangerous road film and ice. Use Optic Windshield Cleaner for safety's sake.
It took Toyota 9 years before they sold as many cars as Isuzu did their first year. It took Honda 5 years before they sold as many cars as Isuzu did their first year. And it took Datsun 7 years before they sold as many cars as Isuzu did their first year. Isuzu. Whether you're buying gas or diesel, you get incredible options as standard at incredible low prices. It may be the hardest name to pronounce of all the Japanese cars, but the easiest to sell.
Sayonara.
On the next edition of Channel 2's magazine Faces and Places, Mary Starrett visits a farm where the Epicurean delights come in buckets. Elaine Murphy meets Jerry Andrus. Or is it just an illusion? A Vancouver, Washington couple show off their award-winning carp to Patty Lowe. And David Gillen finds out what it takes to become one of the Green Berets of firefighting. Join us weeknights at 7 for Faces and Places.
Soap Star Lookalikes, Monday at 9.
And now we continue with the Blues Brothers.
Yeah, pardon me. Sorry about that. I left you hanging there with a dead screen. I was, using the facilities, and then, of course, getting a little bit of food. Half a bagel with the missus. So what's up, people? What's going on? My gosh, look, there's like all of nobody there. Oh my God. Like I totally missed out on this. I bet there was like 6 people there going, what the hell happened? Oh my God. Oh my God. No way. Hi, Olive Nerd. What are you doing? Sam? Bessie? Tootsie? Oh, food. That's why everybody's here. Everybody is here because I have food. And everybody wants a piece. Uh-huh. How do you like me now? Mm-hmm. Bagel. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Let's watch some more commercials. Mm-hmm. 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 That'll be totally cool. Wicked. It'll be totally wicked.
And Benson's got a choice.
Either he goes, or I go.
Either way, I can't lose.
Benson's moving to Friday,
beginning August 1st.
Remember when Benson was a part of Soap?
When you're into the latest fashion,
Soap
you know
Butler.
what fattening drinks away. What diet soft drinks have no style.
He said, fuck these hotties, I'm gone.
But not sugar-free Dr. Pepper. Wow! Free Dr.
I go work for the head honky governor.
But it's not. How can sugar-free taste so sugarful? What a great taste this one's got. Sugar-free Dr. Pepper. Tastes fattening, but it's not. Sugar-free Dr. Pepper. Sugar-free.
This man doesn't know it, but this card will win him $50,000 in McDonald's $6 million winning combination game.
Dad, aren't you gonna play?
I never win anything.
I never win at that crap.
For me? Pick up your free game card at McDonald's. You can win up to $50,000 or a delicious food prize like a Big Mac sandwich or an icy cold Coca-Cola.
And hold on to your cards because each week new winning numbers will be posted.
I won $50,000.
$50,000!
What? No way.
I've got the soft life.
$50,000 small print. It says $50,000 in cheeseburgers.
Saline solution. Remember do-it-yourself salt tablets and distilled water? Forget them. Bausch & Lomb Preserved Saline Solution is faster because it's pre-mixed, safer because it's sterile, and buffered, so it's easy on your eyes.
Gotcha.
Bausch & Lomb Saline Solution, it's a lot more than just salt and water.
Come over to the Soft Life. Soft lenses
Salt
and
water.
lens care products from the leader in soft lens science, Bausch & Lomb.
Wow. Was it really just salt and water? No way.
ABC.
What is it tonight?
Sunday. Movie. A world television premiere motion picture. The ABC Sunday
Every
night
which way but
movie.
loose. Any which way you can.
Tonight, Goody was a kid who knew where he was going.
If I really, really hustle, my son is going to have it all.
The apprenticeship of Doody Kravitz.
We're all going to be rich. You're going to be able to retire.
All this land is going to be mine. Right over there, I'm going to build a farm for my grandfather.
But dreams have a way of going sour.
Some other time, Sonny.
Sonny yourself. I don't think you're coming. Hey!
Richard Dreyfuss.
Cheaters never prosper, you know.
The apprenticeship of Doody Kravitz.
I've never seen that. I think I've got it on Betamax. I've never seen it. You guys can't have any of this. It's got cheese on it. All right, I'm lying.
I'm walking into the kitchen, see. Now, open up the refrigerator door. And I look way in the back behind the mayonnaise. I spy me an icy bottle of Coke. And I pops it open. When that ice-cold Coke hits the back of my throat.
God, I remember that commercial.
That's the
A1 steak sauce on your hamburger?
My friends, what is hamburger? Chopped ham? No, it's chopped
Steak burger.
steak. And what's better on steak than A1? A1 makes hamburgers taste like steak burgers.
Steak burgers?
A1's
I
herbs and
did not know
spices
that.
blend with the meat's
A1
natural
makes
juices.
hamburgers taste like
It's
steak
juicy
burgers.
and tastier.
Can we have steak
Best
burgers, honey?
hamburger I ever had.
A1 or
Ah, shut
hamburger?
up.
My friends, what is hamburger?
A1 makes hamburgers taste
is
like
hamburger?
steak burgers.
It's just ground steak, that's it.
Summer makes you feel younger, but it can make you look older. Sun, wind, water, dry your skin, making tiny lines and wrinkles more
Makes it look all
noticeable.
craggy.
So the minute I go inside, I treat myself to some extra oil of Olay. It isn't greasy, penetrates quickly,
Oil of
replenishing
Olay.
fluids lost to summer, easing dryness, leaving skin softer, younger looking. Don't let summer make you look older than you are.
Oil of Olay. It can help you look younger, even in summer.
My dear, love you.
Presenting the
Good
sweet
day.
things
Careful,
in life
safe.
that don't promote
So guys, I
cavities.
said hi.
Kids,
Call me when you lunch.
sweet shots, and naturally sweet. Orbit sugar-free gum.
Naturally sweet
And now
Orbit
I'm
doesn't
alone
promote
again,
cavities
except for the
because
audience
it
dogs
is the
here.
natural sugar-free sweeteners recommended by America's leading dental organization.
I can't give any of it up.
Sweethearts, and naturally sweet. Orbit sugar-free gum.
I really don't eat enough food lately to actually separate myself from any share.
They're new, they're puffy, they're sassy little crackers with a crisp, savory topping.
Snack shapes.
Nabisco's
Burgess
newest
Meredith?
snack crackers, a scrumptious collection of crispy shapes.
Snack shapes.
Take 'em for a dip,
Snack shapes.
crunch 'em from the box.
Snack shapes.
Irresistible nibbles.
Snack shapes.
Snack shapes, snack crackers, new from Nabisco.
Good old Burgess Meredith.
Don't worry, they just got lucky. I'm sorry, I let us down. Forget it, we'll beat them next week. No, I really let us down. Come on, how about a Michelob Light, huh?
Yeah.
Michelob makes a light beer? Sure.
The rich, full-bodied taste of Michelob Light. Compare it to any beer you like.
This Michelob Light is great. Hey, you know what our real problem was today? Yeah, you were terrible.
Michelob Light. Compare the taste to any beer you like.
Yeah. The smile on your face is there because you know that your mouth tastes great. And it's nice when their teeth are
Get this
getting
off of me.
strong and the clean in your mouth is Colgate.
Colgate is more than a brisk, clean taste. With regular brushing, Colgate's fluoride penetrates the surface of tooth enamel. Not this fast, but it gets in and fights cavities.
There's a twinkle in your eye when there's fluoride for their teeth and the clean in your mouth is Colgate.
That's it, kid. You're getting it.
Start the day fresh, America.
Oh, I remember this commercial.
Get a fresh start every day.
Now you don't have to wake up to the same gray, dingy clothes if you use Fresh Start laundry detergent. Fresh Start combines
honey,
the
did you
best
use
of
Fresh
powders
Start?
and liquids to help clean the gray.
Damn it, I told you to
the
use
gray
Fresh Start.
even the leading detergent can leave behind. Your clothes will look cleaner, fresher, brighter.
Enjoy.
The Apprenticeship of Dirty Kravitz, starring Richard Dreyfuss and Jack Warden, will continue in a moment.
This is ABC.
Constance James. Anna Ferris. Nice going, honey.
You did it, Mom. And a smile. I like to see the whole world smiling with me. Coca-Cola adds life. Have a Coke and a
Thank you, honey.
smile.
Sometimes crossing a frontier simply takes a little more vision. In the 30s, when visible signs of oil got scarce, men working for a company that will become known as Chevron listened through seismic ears and got clues from underground. Today, we're listening through thousands of underwater ears, an innovation helping Chevron search for oil that's deeper and tougher to find. But ingenuity can find it. Chevron was born on the frontier, and we've never left it.
Gene Hackman stars at 11:20 on Channel 9. We continue with The Apprenticeship of Duddy Kravitz.
What about you, Sam? What do you want? Sit up here? Want to have a seat?
Now that the rough stuff's over, I'm gonna get swivelized.
You mean civilized?
I mean swivelized.
Introducing Gillette's new swivel razor, the only disposable with a moving head.
Is this the beginning of swivelization?
Right! The swivel razor's moving head hugs your face. No other disposable shaves you closer, more comfortably.
I demand my swivel rights.
You're such a
Try
goober.
Gillette's new twin-blade swivel razor.
Hey, I'm still here.
Unswivelized.
Hi, Sam. Get over here.
Right guard knows that in equally active situations, men and women don't perspire equally. Men perspire more. That's why men count on Right Guard. Right Guard is so strong, so effective, it helps stop a man's perspiration odor all day long. Yes, men and women don't perspire equally. And that's why men count on Right Guard. Strong, effective Right Guard. Because men perspire more.
Monday on That's Incredible. A man tries to catch an arrow with his bare hands. The story of a jilted lover who drowned his grief in a castle of coral. And the death-defying jump off a bridge 1,000 feet high. Then, it's big business Texas style with the girls moving up any way they can.
You offering what I think you're offering? Maybe better.
But success comes hard. Susan St. James, Barbara Eden, the girls in the office.
Girls in the
Tomorrow.
office. Oh, he's in.
Benson's moving to Friday.
Almost ready.
Well, we gotta hurry if we're gonna catch our plane.
Daddy, we're only moving to Friday night.
Why?
Daddy, what plane goes for Friday night?
Benson!
Don't miss out on the laughs when Benson moves to Fridays on
Whatever happened to that
ABC.
girl?
It's all right here on Channel 9.
Ducky. We got Sam's berry in it. Here. Hi, bud. Oh my gosh.
Star Wars.
Water
the
store.
Empire Strikes Back. And
Wadangada,
comes
the
through
dangada.
again with our all-new Empire Strikes Back glasses. Collect a different glass for your family each week. Darth Vader, R2-D2, and C-3.
Well, if anything's gonna get me a copyright infringement, it'll be the sound of anything from Star Wars, right? New and exciting glasses from Star Wars. A limited time only at
Your hair
Burger
physically
Swing.
fit? Is it brittle, lifeless, out of shape, and flabby? Then get into condition. Clairol's physical fitness plan for out-of-shape hair. Condition 2, an instant after-shampoo treatment. And Condition Beauty Pack, the twice-a-month intense treatment for damaged hair. Together they leave your hair looking healthier, more manageable, physically fit. Get into condition. It'll leave your hair physically fit.
I can see it. I can see.
My dream?
No, I can see. Carefree sugarless gum has more flavor.
How can you see more flavor?
He's looking at me like, what the hell's on that
Clear.
thing on your
Carefree
head?
weighs 32% more than Trident's smallest
Got a
piece.
costume?
I can see it. Carefree's got more gum.
Now taste it.
And more flavor.
More gum gives you more flavor.
But, what about my dream girl?
Would you settle for a happy medium?
You can see it's got more flavor. Carefree sugarless gum.
That's what I'm listening to. See? He actually he froze. He's like listening to it. That's what I'm doing.
The great taste of
Ah,
Ham's beer
the
makes
Ham's
the most
beers.
of great tasting food. So enjoy the premium beer born in the land of sky blue waters. Ham.
Land of sky blue. We're still using that Native American beat, that theme there.
The Apprenticeship of Duddy Kravitz, starring Richard
said, "I'm
Dreyfuss
done."
and Jack Warden, will continue in a moment.
Whack Jordan. Good old Whack
How
Jordan.
much more will it cost to buy a house in the
Richard
80s? A
Dreyfuss.
special assignment beginning Wednesday on ABC.
Oh, the housing crisis, right? Like that'll never change.
We work a little harder. We go a little farther. We give a little
Here's your tide.
We care a little more.
Yeah, sure. Hi. Good old safe. I think it's time for some actual bong hits, right? Sorry. I had to move my mouse. Let's see what do we got here. What is this? Hybrid.
Glad you're here. We got some real problems. Sam will show you around.
Fine. Oh, the shipping's backed up. The inventory's down again.
What?
He'll be right with you.
Martin Bell has trained a team of specialists in manufacturing.
You got my inventory yet? I'm working on it. Where the hell's my
Our
inventory?
team studies your special needs and designs voice and data communication systems to fit those needs.
Well, solved my problems yet?
They're working on it.
They're working on
We've
it,
got
sir.
specialists in almost every business, like yours.
Pacific Bell, Mountain Bell, boy, were they a monopoly or what? Bell Telephone. They owned telephones.
We continue with the
You couldn't go to a
apprenticeship of
store and
Billy
buy a
Pappas.
telephone. You had to buy a telephone from Bell Telephone, right? It was really a bad monopoly. It was so bad, right? They used to mock it in movies. I remember one movie, that was a gas company. They were like same thing, utility companies. They just gouge you, right? They just gouge you. Fun with Dick and Jane, the original one, right? With Jane Fonda and what's his face? Dickie Hendricks. That's not him. But yeah, that was a good one. And they always, they went in and they robbed the gas company. Or was it the phone company? It was a gas company or the phone company. Thank you. Funny stuff. Funny ha-ha or funny uh-oh. Either way, it's funny stuff. Either way, you look at it. So what's going on with everybody out there today? Nothing? Ah, good. I don't have to keep up with anybody else's bullshit, just my own. So, let's see. There's got to be something going on out there, right? I am going to do a little computer work and then jump in bed and get some rest, because that's where it'll do the most good. My brain, right? And try to figure out something for my nighttime show, as far as a good camera shot. I'm sure that'll just keep evolving. I think I'll put that radio up there, and then at some point it'll just start changing, right? The paint will come off, and it'll be wood, and then the raw wood will turn to stained, and it'll be neat. See a little progressial, a little progressial thing. Is that what I said? A progressial. I like that. Word, progressial. It's a progression. It's a progress and a procession. Progressive. It's a procession of progress. Dun, 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 dun. Shut up. That ain't progress. Oh man, there goes the nose. There goes the nose. Oh my God! Cut it out. Oy. It hurts. Coffee, smoke. Coffee and smoke. Coffee and smoke. I'll have a little coffee, thank you. Nice and warm. And I'll have a little smoke, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Old Time Radio Wednesday. Anybody want to talk old time radio? Right? Anybody? No? Can anybody tell me what character Lamont Cranston? What show? Old Time Radio show Lamont Cranston. The character. The name of the character is Lamont Cranston. What show? Come on. You can do it. I mean, I'm talking back and forth to the camera like there's somebody there, because at some point, if somebody is watching, on a playback. That's somebody. There could be somebody here now incognito watching going, I'm not going to say anything. He might know I'm here. So there, right? This dog is still down here looking. Hi. How's it going? How's it going, bud? How you doing? How's it going? Everything good? Everything good? You know, you're a good boy. You're the best buddy. You're the best buddy you are. He is really a good buddy. Buddy. Back to licking his arm again. I just lick my arm. Guy thinks he's a cat. He's a gato. He's a kitty kitty. He freezes. Somebody say kitty kitty. Right. You can see him in here licking. Put him up in here. Likes to lick that arm. If I just find a spot and focus, he'll lick my arm if I let him. He'll just sit and lick my arm for an hour. He likes to obsess. He's totally obsessive. Alright, so let's see, what time is it? Well, it's 7:30ish. So remember, tomorrow, bring your to-do-to-dos, because we're going to need them. A little piece of foil, some to-do, a little bit of tape, and we're gonna do a little arts and crafts. Right? Because we can. Right? You can also bring an aluminum can. You could bring just a piece of foil. You could bring an apple and a knife. Other things that you might need would be scissors and a pin for poking holes, right? So if you understand where I'm coming from, then I don't have to explain it. And if you don't, then you'll have to figure it out tomorrow, Thursday, Throwback Thursday, when we do arts and crafts for the 1970s and 80s of Stoner. Okay? Okay? Okay. So there you go. And what else? Let's see, I've got a whole bunch of crap coming up on my channel here, content-wise. A lot of educational films, a lot of old-time radio, a lot of fun and interesting stuff, different stuff. This is Wednesday, so what do we got happening on Wednesday today? We have X-1 at 8. We have Wednesday, so at 8:30 there is another show, The Whistler, then Nero Wolf at noon, and then noon 30 is yours truly, Johnny Dollar. At 4 we have Mexican American Heritage and Destiny, which is a great one about a Mexican American gentleman who has now moved out of high school and is out into the world, right? And then there's one called I Led 3 Lives, which is where there is I believe what it is just going from what I remember, it is an anti-communism film, right? And the story of a guy who went undercover and tried to infiltrate the Communist Party here in the United States and abroad. So, did he say abroad? He became abroad. So what, he went to Switzerland? Is that what he did? Yeah, right. That's it. Exactly. Now you got it. Let's see. So for the next 25 or so minutes here, while we sit and finish off this 3-hour block of blah, 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 blah. The coffee and the bong hits will flow. My elbows hurt. My damn elbows. And then, yeah, you know what? I just had a little piece of a bagel, so I think I'm good until, I decide to lay down, and then I'll probably do a little eating something, and then go lay down. yeah. But I think I'll try to get a couple of things done here for an hour or two. I'd like to get to take a nap here by like 9 o'clock, and then set my alarm for like noon or 1 and be up when my wife gets home, and spend time with her doing stuff, because I love to tinker with things and work on projects and stuff with her, because you know, she's so funny and she's fun to be with, and I love her so much. It's just it's just anything we do together is just fun. It's ridiculous, it's stupid, it's silly, and I like that. I like that. She don't make me grow up, right? She keeps me responsible, but she don't make me grow up. I can be silly, I can be a goofball. She married a goofball and she knows it, you know. I make her laugh, and that's, you know, that's what I do. Part of my job is to make her laugh. She does the same thing to me. She makes me laugh all the time. She's got such a weird sense of humor. It's crazy. This totally my line, you know. So she's always making me laugh. So yeah, I'll try to get rested up so I have energy to do stuff with her, and then sit down and do my show this evening. Yeah, that's important. God, I was going to write a note here earlier, and I forgot what I was going to write. But yeah, let me do the NNN, Nighttime Nonsense and Nostalgia, NNN show. There we go. Commercials. And then there was something else I was going to do. I'll have to sit and pick my brain to try to remember what it is I was going to be doing this morning. Or this afternoon. Well, must not have been all that important, right? It'll come back to me. Like Lamont Cranston. Anybody recall who Lamont Cranston is on a radio show, old-time radio show? Lamont Cranston was the main character on the radio show. He was often portrayed, actually he was put in the first season, I believe, he was portrayed by Orson Welles on the radio. There have actually been like serials, movie serials. I think there was some TV stuff at one point. But most especially, there was a movie made in the 90s, 80s or 90s. I don't recall exactly. And Alec Baldwin played Lamont Cranston in the movie. Now, Lamont Cranston was one of the characters, right? It was a dual character, right? Like, like Clark Kent or Bruce Wayne, right? So Lamont Cranston was the main character, as well as his alter ego. Who was that alter ego? What was the show? Old Time Radio. The Mondays, there's a clue. While the coffee is hot and highly caffeinated and very plentiful, it ain't waking me up. It's putting me to sleep. Well, alright, it's keeping me awake while the bong hits are putting me to sleep. But that's okay. We all deal with our pain in our own ways. Some take prescription medication, some drink, some take pills, aspirin and whatnot. I smoke. Others meditate. I mean, there's all kinds of ways of dealing with your pain. Of course, I choose one of the worst ways to deal with it, right? Yeah. Ultimately, I probably intend on living out most of the last days of my life on this channel here, right? This is pretty much it. Yeah, we'll see how far this goes. That's what it was. Reunion video. That's something that I have to work on. Probably do it on the big computer here, well, the faster one, because there's most of the stuff I'm going to be uploading is coming off of this computer, so I'll grab the stuff off of this computer for the day and upload it, and then I'll go to this computer and work uploading stuff while I'm creating a video over here. Huh. Well, here comes the dog letting herself in. I wish she would learn how to... It's just Bessie. It's... Here, bud. It's just Bessie. Alright, stay here. Stay. Let me go close the door. Stay. Stay there. I'm just going to close the door. Right there. You didn't wait right there. Bugaboo. Come on, Bugaboo. Come on, Sam. Come on, Sam. Get back up here. Come on, Sam. Get up in your bed. Come on. Come on. Come on, Sam. Come on. I told you to stay here. I told you. Aye. Now Bugaboo's back there. All right. There you go, bud. Get back in your bed. Oh, you're so cute when you're tucked into your blanket, right? My goodness, you're just such an adorable little pooch. Oh, I just want to cuddle you up and make a little tiny window so I can see your cute little face. Hi. Hi. One eye looking out at me. Oh, my Sam, you're such a good boy. Oh, I need a porthole so I can scratch you. You're such a good buddy. You're my best buddy. Okay, buddy, I'm right here. I'm right here. Thanks for hanging out with me, Sam. Nobody's on the show today, so at least I got you to hang out with. What a good boy. My dog. He's the best buddy in the world. He really is. He's like a professional buddy. He's everybody's buddy instantly. You know, he gives you that first. He gives you the benefit of the doubt that you're a good person, or a good dog, or a good cat, or whatever. And he'll, well, I don't know about cat, but he'll give you the benefit of the doubt. You know. I guess I'm good for another bong hit. What the hell? Do a couple of shorties here. Oh wow, man. I just totally flashed back to, I don't know why with the weed, I just totally flashed back to Punker Paul's house. I'm in junior high. It's the end of the 7th grade. The last 6 weeks of 7th grade, I'm ditching school completely. I just stopped going to 7th grade. I just grew some fucking balls and decided, you know what, I'm done with the bullies, I'm done with the bully teachers, done with the bully staff, done with the bully kids, I'm done with school. You know, all it does is make me hurt mentally and emotionally going there, right? And I'm sick of it. And so I just walked past the bus stop one day and just kept walking and decided, you know what, I have to, self-preservation, you know, was important. And I stopped going to school. And I started hanging out on occasion at my brother's friend's house, Punker Paul, who was doing homeschooling and working with his father doing air conditioning or heating or something, right? So most days he was at home and doing, you know, just sitting in his room listening to punk music and doing homework, right? And if he was home, I would stop by and hang out at his house. And it was a total 80s house, 70s, 80s house, furnishings, everything. Walnut wooden cabinets, shelves, you know, a console television low on the floor, HBO, you know, through the little slider box. I've got one of those little slider cable boxes. You know, everything about the place just is right in my memory, you know, right down to the smell, right down to the outside, the back, where he used to go stand outside and smoke cigarettes and pot, right? Yeah, the food in his fridge. I mean, he used to just say, hey, you know, come in, little dude, come in and make yourself at home and watch TV and help yourself to food. And then he would just go in his room and do his thing, listen to music. I could hear punk music playing, and he would go in there and he'd be lifting weights or doing homework a lot, you know, reading punk magazines, skate magazines, that kind of shit. But he was just a regular, you know, teenage dude, and he didn't have a brother, and so I just stopped by once in a while and filled in his little brother, and he filled in his big brother, and we hung out, right? And that was it. And that went on off and on for 6 weeks, you know. And then I rarely saw him again. And then after a year, I never saw him again at all, right? And I had a lot of people like that in my life who came into my life and helped me escape my own treachery and madness, and helped kind of lift me away to another place. And a lot of my friends from junior high and high school helped me escape. Yeah, I was just sitting here, and all of a sudden that, you know, sitting in that house with, man, I'm only about 5 or 6 seconds behind live. That's great. That's great, or ahead, whatever. But yeah, man, I'm starting to get the whole Elsinore thing. There are so many people that I wish I could find, you know. I'm going to have to go through yearbooks here and take some photos for the video, but also take down some names, right? Try to find those people and take down some names. There was yeah, I don't even want to go into it. But yeah, so there's a lot of people who are gone. I don't know, you know, I don't want to start saying, hey, where's so-and-so, and have everybody say, oh man, it's a bummer, you never heard, oh, that sucks, why'd you have to bring that up, you know? So I try not to do that. It seems like most of the people I'm looking for anyway are gone. So I'd like to get somebody in charge of networking this whole thing. And I think that's going to happen very soon. With the video and the updating of the event, and getting an idea of what I want to do for the music. So now that I've got, I've already got John involved in putting together something for rock and roll heavy metal night on Friday. I've got these guys lined up, a band out of LA hopefully lined up for the Saturday night, and they're kind of new wave and rock and roll and you know, just kind of a full mix of 80s MTV type stuff. So that'll be neat. And then I have this other act, a father-daughter act, in mind for Sunday night, and it is they are, you know, guitar players, singers, and they're local. They're in Hemet, so they're kind of like, this is their area too. So I'm real excited about it. So I'm gonna put on my video tentatively these are the acts that I want. I've reached out to everybody. I still have yet to hear from the folk act that I want for Sunday night. And they do rock and roll, classical rock, a lot of acoustic stuff, folk music and whatnot, and then a lot of original stuff. So it's going to be a matter of what they want to do. And basically they're going to have their own 4-hour block. Each act is going to have a 4-hour block to do however they want to do. You know, you want to play for a half an hour and take a half an hour off. You want to play for 45 minutes and take 15 minutes off. You know, you want to play a song and take a break and play a song and take a break. You know, do you want to mix it up with other musicians and singers there so that you're there for 4 hours but you're not completely responsible for all of the entertainment? I don't know. I don't want this to be your average gig, right? I don't want them showing up to and expect to do, you know, the regular thing. I want them to be open to doing just about anything. And from what I've seen about this act I went for Saturday night, Thieves Like Us, they just tear it up. They just say, oh, you know what, we're going to do this now. Now we're going to do this, you know. And oh, by the way, you know, we can also do this kind of stuff. And I'm hoping they just bring it all, you know. I hope it to be live broadcast. I hope everything to be recorded so that it can be used and shared. Let me catch up here. So, a lot of fun. A lot of fun. I can't wait. I may not make it, but I can't wait. So, let's see. You know, and I guess I have to stipulate somewhere in all of this that, you know, look, I'm just because I'm me and I'm weird and I'm different, I still kind of have this back old school way of life and everything. That doesn't mean that I want to alienate a bunch of people because they expect this party to be like all me, and it's not going to be like that. It's going to be something that's not me that I'm creating and I'm going to put out there, and then I'm going to show up and be a little part of it, right? And that's it, right? Everybody's going to have a chance to be involved in making this work. Damn shirts. I need to get with my daughter and do shirts. You know, shirts. Got to do shirts. If we have shirts selling, people are gonna, I think, be more likely to be involved, right? Shirts. Donate money, get a shirt. Buy a shirt, get a seat. You know. Yeah. I really need to figure out how to. I need to talk with some other people about this so that I can work out a lot of these issues that I'm unsure of, you know. So I think that's going to probably happen really soon. You know, I procrastinate, but I got to get off the diet. I got to get shit moving. I got to do. It's, you know, I've been planning, and now I got to do. Right. I gotta be a doer now. Okay, well, crap. It's just about time to wrap it and slap it and move on. Whether I'm doing some work here outside or just catching up on some sleep, I'm moving forward, right? And I've decided that it's just the way of life now for me to sleep a few hours in the evening or in the early morning and then a few hours during the day sometime. And that's just the way it is now, right? Because I can't sleep more than 4 hours, 5 hours at a time anymore in one spot, because I'll more than likely I'll stay in one spot for too long and then I'll wake up just in pain, like this elbow thing, you know, this elbow thing. is from my arm hanging in one direction off the bed in the wrong way and just tugging on my joint. That's basically it. You know. That's it. That's all. So I get those stupid little pains when I wake up, where my neck hurts more when I wake up than when I went to sleep because I slept too long. Doesn't that suck? Yes, it does. All right. Gosh. Well, this was fun. Pretty much non-productive and pointless, with nobody here with me. But I guess this is more better. Is that a thing? It's a thing if I say it. Because I guess you get more of the real me when there's nothing external. Wow. Well, I guess it's time to just, you know, wrap it up and move on with the day. Some days I feel like I could just do this forever, right? Just sit here. And some days I think, wow, why don't I just do a long show? And I think once I get this place worked out so I've got a camera that grabs the whole room from wall to wall, floor to ceiling, where I can walk around and not have part of me disappear, right? I think I will do that. I think I will do an ultra long live broadcast, you know, mostly one long view of the room, static camera, you know, and do that. And just have a bunch of projects that I want to work on, and just sit here and work on projects, and every once in a while switch the camera so you can see what I'm working on, right? Switch the camera so you can look over my shoulder and see the project I'm working on here, and I can wave at you here and go, hi, and then, you know, whatever, just do stuff, just fucking do it, just do it. Can I just do it? Can I just do it? I just want to do it. Just do it. Just shut up and do it. All right. Okay, people. I am ready to go. I'm afraid that somebody's going to show up any time now and say, oh yeah, by the way, we're going to turn the water off again today. Yesterday it was off for a little while, not as long as, you know, we thought. But once we got done with putting the new pads on the cooler, water was off. So it was like, all right, well, let's have lunch and chill out. I'm going to take a nap. Which is what I'm going to do here shortly. I think I'm going to have a piece of pizza, watch a little TV, start some videos. If things are going to take a long time to process and save, then I'll put stuff on and go take a nap, right? Get up with my wife when she gets here and work on some stuff, you know? Get that air cooler going. Clean this room, tote that barge, lift that bale, get a little drunk and land in jail. Ain't that something? God, the guy knows them old songs. Yeah. Can't go wrong with an old song. Right? Okay. Alright, people, you guys take care of yourselves. Be cool. Stay safe. Spread peace and love and kindness. And don't be an asshole. Don't be a fuckhead. Don't be a Karen. Go out there and do something for somebody. Alright? Alright, people. Love you. Take care. Stay weird, because if you ain't weird, you ain't fucking weird. Adios. Love you. Bye.